Thanks so much for stopping by. Homeslow Gwen. Homeslow Greg. Thanks for being ever so heckin' prompt. And yeah. It's been a while. Also, high voltage. In HD as well. It has been a bit since last I played. We are at the point where now we have freed 3 people. The stars are dwindling. Volfred has joined the active team members. Yeah. I've been honestly thinking a bit on what entirely could mean with Volfred being on the team, and wow, Greg, don't you butt. How dare. What it would mean for Volfred to go through and be liberated. And I still don't know for sure, but quite honestly, my head's leaning towards not using Volfred at all yet and just boosting the hell out of Pamitha so that she can get set free. Because my thought process is leading with the voice specifically telling us that Volfred's kind of like a traitor and one who abandoned the Nightwings, and they are not fond of that. And with the voice kind of being the voice for the 8 scribes and the rites in general, and with what happened when the one girl, I can't recall her name, but when she killed the old Nightwings, or when she killed the one who had been liberated and tried to be liberated in their stead, and the Rite rejected them and instantly killed them. I don't know. My head's just not leaning towards boosting Volf or getting Volfred through right away, right now. I wanna give it a little bit more time to simmer. But yeah, so I want to let Pamitha free next, and then we'll see about Volfred. Because I mean, Volfred would be the highest for the plan. I just don't know what all the implications would be if Volfred 1 leaves us and 2 goes through with liberation when the voice is not pleased with them. Also, hi Vigenta. Thank you. Thanks for stopping by. Also, yeah, at the moment we still do not know who the voice is. We just know the voice. And my presumption is that either it's a stand-in or is one of the 8 scribes. But I've liberated the original trio. Other 3 that I liberated. It was Ruki, then it was Hedwyn, and then it was Jadaria. So yeah, that's who we've liberated so far, and we are already kicking off the next bout, which only takes 2. Only takes 2 rights now until we get liberated. So yeah, things are going very quickly now. So we'll see how this goes. Here among the fetid swamps of the Pit of Melith, you await the signal of the stars. There's no sign yet of your expected adversaries, the accusers. Then the little imp Tizo flutters up to you. Ra, ra. Tizo cautions you that he has some history with your next adversary, Lendl. I didn't know that. Who have I met in terms of outside the team? Many of the other teams. Plus, I don't remember his name, but the old Nightwing that was liberated, then one of the other Nightwings pushed them off a cliff to try to be liberated instead. And then was killed for it. And then Volfred disbanded the Nightwings. Or at least that is how Volfred has given us that information. Oh, so hi, Lomas. Thanks for stopping by. Skreha. Caesar seems to be indicating that Lendl has a personal vendetta against him. Who would have a vendetta against Tiso? Being real bad tonight, so I have no idea how long I'm stay. Here's hoping. There's gonna be a lot of weirdness going on in the upcoming days with internet connectivity, service, and sites and stuff. Paul's not here. The 18th is Paladina's birthday. Gasp. Need to remember that for Wednesday to wish Paladina a happy birthday. But before he can explain anything further, stars begin to call. We have a new one. In Biolanthus, adversaries each shall do an additional 5 to your pyre. I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have 9 total that are already active. Yay. That's gonna be tricky. And I'm not gonna do that yet because I think there's only a trophy for doing with 12. So we're just gonna keep rolling with nominal. I don't feel like losing any more matches.
Reader, or should I say deceiver?
Oh, don't be upset with me, voice.
Another exile in your ranks. The exile Wolfred Sandalwood himself, that cursed sap. I ought to have known he was behind all this. He has no love for our sacred tradition. Yet you would heed his poisoned words over mine own?
Is the voice from the Commonwealth?
Then fine. Let us return to a more formal distance.
Is the voice from the Commonwealth? How about? Thanks for stopping by. Your companions are assembled and ready for the rites to commence. However, there's still no sign of your adversaries, the accusers. Little Tipo screeches something, cautioning you all to stay alert. But then someone leaps forth from the shadows, grabs at his mask. Aha! Caught you. Caught out, you miserable beast. I knew it. After all this time, I knew that you were still among their ranks. Hark. Tizo is angry to have stumbled into an apparent trap laid for him by Lendl. Silence, fiend. You robbed me of my freedom, my dignity. Your evil shall be ended here and now. And you, Nightwings, shall not deny me thus again. Come then, my accusers, for we face again none other than the spawn of the accursed imp Haub the Swallow. Let us show him now that he's a disgrace. Tizo's a direct descendant of Haub? Huh. An imp of rare intellect. He showed compassion to Solia Mur after he fell into exile. Well, why would he say he's accursed? Tizo whistles something angry back at him. Whatever transpired between him and Lendl is in the past. Lendl, evidently, has not let it go. Oh, well, I guess I have to use Wolfred. Reader, my girl, let us confer a moment. I am returned now to the rites, a tradition that I had once disavowed. And, now that I've donned the raiments, the voice knows I am here. It is no matter, really, for our plan is well in motion. All that remains for us is to prevail. I shall aid you and the others in this task as best I can. Let us see now whether these old limbs of mine are still of any use.
And there he is at last.
Oh, just straight up shield. Deflects adversaries' auras. Okay.
Sandalwood. You're causing quite a stir out in the Commonwealth. You plant your little seeds of discontent. Know that your desire
Okay, so it's just instant and a set distance.
Tolerated here. Now, good evening to you.
Huh. What the voice is saying makes me think that the voice is from the Commonwealth? Or at the very least, an individual from the Commonwealth? because they're upset at what we're doing with the Commonwealth and hasn't really brought up the events occurring or the events that occurred with Volfred abandoning the Nightwing's duty. I still don't know what to make of this. But it's banished, its sapling expires. Only one sapling up at a time. He doesn't have his own aura. Just can block. This family squared was some nonsense. Now then, Nightwings. I look forward to conducting with you all. And if and when, of course, the reader calls for us to stand as a triumvirate together.
Choose now your band of traitors.
I want to get Tizo in. It's Tizo just for the dialogue, but at this point I probably shouldn't, just because I need to have a backup. Heck! Bowling League's postponed, so I'm here. Oh, welcome, Rock. Summers! Thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. Hi, Fargo. Hi, Tria. Hi, Megan. Thanks for stopping by. Hi, Summer. How was the arts? I hope the arting was good.
Go on.
Shush, Greg. Thank you for the raid. So, hi, Sargoto. Hi, Respotica. Welcome. I'm doing a thing. Wow, Farg. Also, hi, Chet. Thanks for stopping by. It just reminds me that I need to, once I get another paycheck, and I need to commission Summers for stuff. Sat for 20 minutes trying to decide on a game. Sounds about right. Then got food, so we ended. Sounds about right. Well, I know I want to get Pamitha up. Let's see. Man, I don't know. I just want to have a backup. So maybe Starry said to compliment, but I only have one compliment track. Oh, I did listen to that Sargoto, and it was excellently done. It was quite impressive. Shush voice. I don't want your sass. I guess we'll do Tizo and Volfred. We'll just see where Volfred ends up XP wise. I want to get Tizo to rank 5. I need Pamitha. I didn't go to the game trader. I was pretty busy.
Volfred.
Oh, Volfred does have his own. Krikia. Tizo hoped never to have to see Lendl again, but is prepared to face him. How much sin aura little Tizo has? Yeah, Tizo's a little shit. But also my son. He's very good. Nightwings, that wicked fiend you serve is an affront. Denied my rightful freedom in my moment of triumph. I shall never forgive him, or any of you. What did you do, Tizo? I don't know what Tizo did.
Begin.
Haha. Whoop.
The Nightwings assert
Pamitha's
themselves thusly.
pretty aggressive. No! Oh, you jerk. That was Pyre without being banished. Hold still, you misbegotten little pox. We are not finished with you yet. Tizo utters at Lendl a slew of absolute worst in profanity. Tiso! Of course, this could not possibly affect me any further, you foul spot, for you've taken everything from me already. But if I am to be trapped in this forsaken hole with you for the remainder of my days, then I shall see to it that yours shall be stowful as my own.
That Lendl certainly enjoys a rousing speech, though talk means nothing in the rites.
Hi. Whoop!
Tiso doused their pyre.
Get him, Tiso.
Your pyre burns brighter for the while.
Yoink! Oh! Well. Fool.
That's it.
Got the defense.
The
Whoa.
winds have served her true.
I guess this can count as one's basketball.
Another banishment.
Goodbye.
Tiso takes the plunge.
This team is not the strongest AI-wise. Oh no!
Quite the turn of events.
Hup. 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 Oh. Yep. Oh, what am I doing?
Not.
Get out of here. No! Have the way up. Ugh. Okay, that was weird, but it's fine. Nope. He's literally attached to the ground.
We are finished here.
Oh, well, that lingered. That's neat. Oh no, Tiso. Tiso, it's on you. Tiso, you got it. Meow, 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 meow.
And it is done.
Got him, Tiso.
The Nightwings prevail yet
Sap is way
again.
too slow to dunk, but the double aura is
Mayhap
fantastic.
the scribe
Yep.
shall simply smite them down next time.
It does sound like the voice is the Commonwealth.
It's complete.
Very much. It's interesting. The scribes were trying to win freedom, but I guess they're kind of just rejected everything that Sandalwood has done or is doing. I still don't know. Skrihiha. Tiso is very pleased that you prevailed, but wishes to make a quick exit at this time. Blessed. Where did he go? Where did he go? That infernal imp is a monster in disguise, a fiend. Come forth to torment me till the day I die. Lendl storms off in a fit of anger. Tiso reappears once the coast is clear and expresses his gratitude again. What Lendl said before, if Tiso truly is a descendant of Haub the Swallow, then he has quite the legacy to live up to.
The 8 scribes bless us with their ways.
Okay, so Volford doesn't get an instant kill gauge. Okay. So I probably should just keep using Volford. It's been a while since my last outings in the rites, begging for your continued patience as I recollect the way. Legacy built old 100 mines, rites masteries, enhancing his sap's ability to spawn saplings and protect his triumph. Wherever traveled loose glory, he planted his roots and spread his wisdom to all those who listen. If Volford is banished, a sapling shall automatically spawn near his pyre until he returns. Okay, that's actually very good. It says that the strength and wisdom of the ages always followed in the root steps of loose glory. After casting Sprout, Volford's sapling spawns faster than usual, means a larger aura. 100 Minds knew that all the knowledge of his ancestry was always good. Defense! Clap, 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 clap. After casting Sprout, Volford may remotely detonate his sapling in an aura burst. Interesting. Epiphanies about the very nature of the world occurred with regularity. Loose glory. Numbing Gust. While Volfred and his allies are banished, adversaries are slowed and cannot use abilities. Whoa. That's hugely defensive. Just like they're slowed down and they can't use their abilities. The winds of change shall scour the land from where we came, but leave this land untouched. And then we got Philosopher writes Masters enhancing his sense of triumvirate, ability to persevere in a right. The words of 100 minds helped his kin make peace with the many mysteries and dangers they faced. Once per right, if Volfred adversaries extinguish his Pyre, it is restored by +10. Okay, that's pretty nice. It was Luscorian who ushered in the modern age and showed his people that a flame need not be feared. When using the shield ability, Volfred shields his allies as well. Okay, that's very powerful. Fearlessly explored the other side and was among the first to venture down the river that later took his name. Volfred permanently gains +5 hope, hastening how quickly he returns from banishment. Great Sap Solar, having fathomed every thought, still always smiled when he met some. Miracle King, once per right, if Volfred's adversaries extinguish his Pyre, it is restored by +40 instead. I just don't like how common that is. Really don't intend sports ball games, but Ritual Magic sports ball is beyond. Okay, we could just go and just go for these defensive options. I didn't like the stacking of stuff very much.
Until the next right.
Until Sea of Soul stands between the downside's two main land masses. It's home to exiled worm knights of the Sea Domain. Back at the Black Wagon, you are taking some time to recover after besting the accusers in a decisive victory. When Volfred Nightwings are in capable hands these days, my girl. Thank you for your continued efforts, given all the challenges we face. The rites may be ending, but we still have time to achieve our plan, especially if you continue to prevail like that. 8%! We've gotten to watch sports as the Hearthstone Championships a couple years ago. Watching competitive gaming stuff is always enjoyable. I really enjoyed watching professional League of Legends for a very long time. Not nowadays, but for quite some time I did. And it's always fun to check in and see like competitive Pokemon matches and stuff. Come, let's see whom we shall swear against next when the stars align. I didn't watch much of the scene in Korea. I was just seeing Faker destroy everyone for the beginning years of League of Legends, and I don't even know if that's the case anymore. Stars yet shine for you. Reveal it. Bears the paths forward. Gaze into the darkness of night. Seek now your destination. Yumur, Lu, and Oris. Let's see. Who are we up against? I want to see about facing the thing. You used to be esports, and then it took an effect. Wow. Yeah, the fate's kind of just where we need to be, so we should probably just fight people we haven't fought yet, or in a while. I think that'll be fine. 2-0 against him. 2-0 against them. 1-0 against them. So let's have a chat with them. Even though Jadariel's not here. And that's whomst they were. I did. I played with the six difficulty increases on. And it gets hard. I won one match with 6 difficulty increases on, but I did lose the first time I attempted it. No news as of yet. They've been paying attention to everything that's been happening, and they're just like, at the moment, there's no plans at cancel. So still on. But I am now going to be working from home. Went into work today and they're just like, yeah, we're trying to figure out how to get everyone working from home. It's not, it could be possible, but they're considering the option of it, but I don't think they're going to be leaning towards that. So yeah. Yeah, basically at work today. I was just kind of doing my own thing, and then it's like, yeah, we need to try and figure out how to get people home. And yeah. So at the moment, I literally took my desktop from work and had to plug it in at home. Work is having you work from home this week, and I can go to the office next week, and I quote, if I choose. Yeah, we'll see how things go with that on my end. Because at the moment, it's just like, nope, work from home, and until they say otherwise, stay there. Like, you can come in, but there's like not gonna be anyone here, and like only be here for a bit to like just check on things. Off with pay for 2 weeks. Nice. I'm glad your place is looking after you. I'm sure many places are not, which is lame. Again, we're wish it was more pay. That's just general. Again, we are fit to face the demon Ignarius and his roots, the Tempers. He's living proof of how the rites favor strength of will. You're working as normal. I was expecting to work as normal. I didn't think our place was going to follow through with it, because it's not a terrible amount of people and it's not very condensed. I don't know. I guess they felt it was applicable. Wolford then offers you such details as he knows of your next adversary, Ignarius, a long-time resident of the Downside, as evidenced by his appearance. The strongest of the Tempers, he has waited years to earn his freedom. Born to a middling Commonwealth family, he got into trouble early and often, but found his calling in the Commonwealth's not entirely legal red light district. There he took many jobs, most involving his sheer size. Most notably, he was a bouncer at the Starry Eight, where he came to symbolize its reputation, an infamous tavern in the Commonwealth. It is widely believed that the Commonwealth officials sometimes showed up incognito here to blow off steam. This has basically changed your life in no way, except for now I can't go out to eat at places for a while since dining restaurants and stuff are closed. Yep. And bowling up in there. If I hadn't landed a job recently, I would be in that exact same boat. The Starry 8. Yes. 8 Starry Summers. I didn't realize you were a rather infamous tavern. Also by Trina. Thanks so much for hanging out. One day, a particularly belligerent guest got under his skin, so he gave him a tremendous thrashing. Club clientele all gave a cheer. That's too many for me to be on. I already spent 99% of my time in my own place, so self-isolation or whatever is nothing. Yeah. However, this guest turned out to be a wealthy chamberlain, who then exploited his connection to have Ignarius arrested and then exiled. This was 14 years ago. On the downside, Ignarius dropped his given name, as it is sometimes the custom, and survived alone through his tenacity and strength. In time, he drew the notice of the Tempers, who revealed him to the Rites, recruited him into their ranks, and let him work his way up. Now, at last, it is his turn. Had your Honor Society induction canceled today, but that's also not. Oh yeah, it can be very, very lonely for a lot of people. Especially those that, I don't know, aren't used to it. And even though some people are used to it, it's going to be probably more than usual. So yeah. Glad to have people here. There's plenty of streams and lovely neighborhood watch peoples to hang out with. You're not alone. All in this heckin' crap together, just not in person. Ignaris struggles to return to a place that wants nothing to do with somebody like him. He should have never been exiled. Anyway, my brother, I want to rest. We wish a good night to Volfred. Your travels shall continue, First Light. Page for the accusers. Tizo! What's up? Tizo has seemed somewhat less cheerful since his run-in with Lendl and the accusers. He approaches you, wanting for you to hear him out. Krahum. Tizo seems unhappy about something Lendl said to him. Kriak understands full well why Lendl is angry with him. Skrahik. While Tizo does not like Lendl as a person, he recognizes nonetheless that he denied his freedom. Krium. It was a liberation rite. He did what he felt necessary. He wanted to help his friend go free. So he was just doing the right as always. Skrahik. Nonetheless, he still feels a certain guilt. Regrets that the rights force exiles into such situations. Fair. It's one winner. The other one has to stay. He falls silent for a while. Whether the Eight Scribes ever intended for imps such as he to participate in the rites firsthand is difficult to know for certain. Then, Rahik! Tizo is grateful to you for listening. He knows the scribes created the rites with good intentions. Skria. He promises to keep doing his best to live up to the legacy of the scribes. He bounds up into the rafters with some of the other drive imps, regardless of whether he truly is a descendant of Haub the Swallow. Surely the scribes would have been proud of him. I'm proud of my Tizo. Tizo was very good. Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to chug moonshine. It's fine. The accuser. The accuser is formed under Golathanian. He's a big man. He values justice, loyalty, steadfastness. Golathanian. He says that the accusers take their name from one of his most accomplished legions from his former military days. All among them, in fact, served the Master General at one time. They represent the stoutest-hearted people of the Empire, who held true to Mur and Golathanian to the end. The golden colors of their raiments are reminiscent of their old shining armor in his claim. Ever shall they seek out those with the truest spirits and the strongest sense of purpose to replenish their ranks. I don't know. It doesn't feel like they have the greatest at the moment in that regard. Hi, Sandra. Oh, just a slight chug of moonshine. It's nothing. It only has a snake in it. Oh. Pamitha notices you with her bottle of moonshine. Drink up by all means, darling. Nice to find a girl after my own heart. She moves in close and lowers her voice. Let me tell you a little secret. That bottle there. It's enchanted. Never runs dry. Ever. Believe me, if it could, I would have known by now. Apparently, it was some spurned old bog crone that once tried and tried to make a never-ending poison, but kept failing utterly, till she threw away her life's work in disgust. I fetched a good price for it. Decided to take a swig one day while on the hunt for Tamitha, when things weren't going quite as well for me as they are now, you understand. Turns out that stuff is pretty good. Consider it for sharing, darling. Just everything in moderation, and so on. Also, hi, Spook. Thanks for stopping by. She takes a drink herself as she brushes by you. Very good, Pam. Very good. Here we go. Yep. Keep on flying. There. Cinderroot and Needle. Faye believes that this route should be clear if you wish to pursue your vocations, which is not bad. Falcon Ron may be passing through here as a special offer, but I don't have any money for Ron. We already fell for that before, and it ended up just being kind of a big waste. We'll do some vocations. Then have yourself a drink, or Sargoda. Get yourself a singular beverage. Faye wishes for you to come along on a routine inspections of the surroundings. Interact. You volunteer to survey the untamed flora on the Blackway, together with Faye and Pamela. But also stay hydrated. Well said. Oh, can we go now, miss? Let's go, let's go. The search turns up nothing much of note, though wandering with Faye and Pamela provides reprieve from a long day on the road. Together you return to the wagon, in somewhat better spirits. You shall have time remaining, with which you may pursue your vocation. We need to bump up Pamitha. Mentor. So yeah, she's really getting up there. It's Faye that she needs to be ahead of 2450. I guess I'm probably just gonna have to keep bumping up Volfred as I can. And I want Tizo to just reach. Tizo only needs 315, so Tizo can do one more right and be maxed, which I'll probably have Tizo play defensive for upcoming stuff. So let's probably just do Pamitha, Volfred, and Virtue for the next fight. But yeah, I need Pamitha up. Why, certainly, Rita darling. How good of you to ask. Pamitha gains a somewhat stronger grasp of how to better pass the celestial orb through strength of will and trust in one's triumvirate. Then, through dexterity alone, she now can understand. You know that we all feel, we all can feel your guidance when we have the orb, don't you, Rita darling? Thanks. Neat. No. To the Glade of Lu. We're to conduct the rites here, soon, against Ignaz, the Templars. Here in the thick underbrush of Black Basin, you encounter a messenger imp come to deliver news and rumors for the other side. Hydrate Shub, Greg? The news this time pertains to Jadario, whom you liberated at the Fall of Solon. You learn Jadario's past transgressions have all been forgiven. She soon was to be reinstated on the Blood Border, on the presumption that she wanted her old status back. In fact, she was offered an especially prestigious leadership position in the First Vale, for a demon such as she could not be seen in the streets. The lead Blood Border platoon is surrounded in secrecy other than the famous results of its operation. Commonwealth's veiled leaders were surrounded by sentinels and silver guard. I don't know. Greg's never been a fan of hydration, according to Move Up. So they're ostensibly the SEAL Team 6, except for also members that they don't want to, that they don't want to have it out in the open. But she refused the gesture. Rather bluntly, the report suggests. Y'all are weak thirst. You're not thirsty enough. Chat just needs to be thirsty. In all connotations. Instead, she sought Volfred's agents, as well as several of her former fostered sons and daughters, and so the ranks of the revolution grow stronger. The last part of the messenger's imp's news have been damaged in transit, though it appears to be in Jardario's own words. All you can tell is that it says, await. You thank the messenger imp for relaying this information. Your companions are excited to discuss the news. We can envision it. A demon such as she, set loose within the Commonwealth. Do you think she still has her horns, now that she's back up there? Having someone as Jardario's will and stature with us on the other side shall pave the way toward a bright future. She is an inspiration to us all. Or to this night, she is at least. Wonder what the rest of her message said. Hee-ho-ho. Tizo's fired up about the news of Jadario's return to the Commonwealth. News of Jadario's liberation fills you and your fellow exiles with newfound resolve. Got your hope. Wish Jadario luck. What's that? Hey, you guys, where's your friend? You know, the big one with the horse? Like, frowning? Stuff like that? Something happened there. Or what? Alrighty, Fargo. Have a good learn. Thanks for stopping by. Heard a crazy story. She just flew out of here or something. Anyways. Oh, there's so much. Okay, there's just more of the same serum. That's new. After dousing adversaries' Pyre bearers, Pyre recovers equal to up to 50% of damage dealt. Yeesh, that's actually very powerful. You get out of here. You get out of here. We need to upgrade. Actually, I don't know if I need to upgrade. That may have been a waste. Everything else is fine, though that's tempting. Although I don't think I have anywhere near enough stuff to sell in order to make that happen. Bottle Void's gonna be good. Okay, what was the one that I wanted to make sure I was getting powered up? So I could increase that. What was it, Tizo, that I was just gonna make OP? Yeah, I'm just gonna make Tizo OP. 90% stamina reduction. He's just gonna be able to hop and fly wherever Tizo pleases. Okay. It should be fine. Thanks, guys. Look in that thing you're going to tonight. Any new friends? We have a page. The Glade of Blue. Never have I witnessed an affront to nature, mine and everyone's, quite like the poison woods of the limbless Arizek, the root type, in his suffocating influence. I shall leave it to the boastful Underking to tell you more of Arizek's vanquishing, whilst I may tell you something of the glade that he protected, which became my own. For my own genealogy not occupies the soil there, and strives forevermore to prevent Arizek from taking root again. The brambles of the glade are constantly encroaching on themselves, then falling once again to dust. This miraculous cycle, reflected in the starlight piercing through the canopy, needs to be witnessed whenever the stars invite not. Sandra, you doing okay? Yeah, it's still good. I think Sandra might like officially be out of dialogue. Go. Once more, you have returned to the Glade of Blue, and your companions stand ready beneath the still night sky, awaiting the commencement of the rites. You overhear some of their words to one another as you await the signal in the stars. The Tempers should be here any moment now. Lower thy voice and raise thine eyes aloft. Just then you observe a glint of starlight that begins to shine above your companions soon fall silent. Oh, we're starting to actually get 10. Adversaries shall all return from banishment when all are banished. Oh, so you can't banish all of them. Oh my god, it's gonna be so hard to play with all 12 active. Whenever we get to that. Oh, I'm not looking forward to that. Yeah, we're at 10. So, yeesh. Mayhaps. Though we're
The
all
stars align, you exiles of the Night Wings. You are returned once more unto the Glade of Liu.
Liu.
The triumvirate you stand against shall be the Tempers. Snuff out their pyre's flame and show your worth. Now prepare yourselves.
Oh, that's right. This one grows thorns.
Hey, look who wants a piece of us again. It's the damned Nightwings. Here to knock us down another peg or two. Again, I guess. Well, at least you got old curly horns out of the stump. I gotta give you that. One look at her, you just knew that she was too good for this place. Though, maybe that ain't saying all that much. And if you Nightwings see her again, you tell her something for me. Let her know Ignis is high. You let her know. Not that she'll remember some dumb one like me.
Oh, he has such a crush. Then Ignarius shuts on his mask.
All right, Empress, let's give it to him like we still got a chance.
Who shall besmirch the Nightwing's name?
How dare Monster Hunter not be active in that? Let's roll with our
Kamatha,
last three. Full Fred
Volfred,
and Bertrude.
Bertrude.
We await the ancient rites commencement.
All right, you damned Nightwings. Let's see what you got.
Now begin.
Later.
The path to glory laid bare. Stand not in glory's path.
Up. Oh, get in there. Ah.
A stifled effort.
Get out of here. Come on, Bertrude. Come back. There we go. There we go. That works. Oh.
Chance of eye.
Crowd pleasing.
More of that. Best not get overconfident, Nightwings.
Oh, that was a quick.
dear.
That was very good. Hup.
That bird
Yeet
moves
it in.
faster than she looks. Oh,
Oh, dang it. Well, I tried. Oh, no.
all three Nightwings. Poof.
Bolford, get back up. Oh. Haha. Sneak in there, Bolford. Welcome back. Yeah, it's been a little while. Last stream, Harrison, you wouldn't call her gay. I know, but Faye just matched her so much more.
You Nightwings, been practicing, ain't you? What about you, Iggy? You're just a wash-up old goat. You're through. How long you gonna keep at this? Getting weaker and weaker. Worse and worse, huh? Come on then, Nightwings, finish it already, will ya? Sooner we wrap this up, sooner we all can catch some shut-eye. Put an end to this damn day.
Don't be so down. Oh, well, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh, ooh, that was a good one. Oh, well.
There goes old Bertrude.
What? Oh, well, that's not how that was supposed to go.
A crushing blow
I don't know
against
how
your
that whiffed
ire.
both of them. Oh, I didn't want to fling. Whoops.
Transpired
Lit. Oh.
there. Oof.
Did the voice just oof
It
me?
is done. The Nightwings
The voice
prevail.
just oofed me.
They hardly deserved it, though, if you ask me. The
I
right
deserved it, though.
is done.
I think.
What a joke. Losing to you lot again. Younger me would have tore you to pieces. You're never getting out of here if we keep on like this.
Always is there greater knowledge to be gained.
Get up!
It's gross ass pomodoro.
Apparently, the exiled Bertrude is committed to the path.
This land, so rife with eldritch knowledge, long forbidden in the Commonwealth. We learn the stuff of fear itself. Orchard's Pyre has less than the adversaries. Her adversaries deal -10 to her Pyre. It's absurdly good.
Until the next round.
We won. That's about all you've missed so far. After you overcame the tempers in a rather one-sided contest, there's little time for you to rest as yet. The night beckons, and the next rite reveals itself to be a vital one. It is already time, Reed. Come see it for yourself. The coldness of the season now presents to us another chance. He heads out straight away, and you follow in turn. Indeed, among the remaining stars, you see one with which you are familiar, now burns ever brightly. The path to freedom is laid before you. Pursue it. Well, not even an hour in, we're already at the liberation rate. And we'll be facing Delbert. Already are the Nightwings summoned back to Mount Elodium. Picture the rites as a wheel broken free from Black Wagon. It is turning uncontrollably and soon shall reach a sudden stop. We should have several chances left for someone to go free. Either us or else our adversaries, but not both. What is at stake each time is further complicated now, I must admit, knowing we have so few opportunities remaining. Those whom we send back into the Commonwealth, should our plans somehow fail, they may look back upon their exile with fondness. 61! Only 8% more, and we're at the best percent. So returning to the Commonwealth is not inherently a mercy, I don't think. Moreover, there are also those among us whom we count on to prevail in the rights. We need them on the Nightwings just as much as we need them in the Commonwealth. We cannot simply grow our numbers here, given the circumstances. And so, who stays, who goes, these choices affect us all. No pressure there, my girl. Now, I don't know about you, but I shall go and take my leave for now. Set forth again at daybreak. Page for Tempers. Myr, the Horned One, formed the Tempers upon his own ideals. Ingrained in this triumvirate are basic truths about the dual roles of strength and gentleness. The Horned One, he has had a dualistic nature for as long as he and I considered each a friend. The stories I am told about Myr's youth describe no one I know. All of us are capable of more. I was once an imp that could not write, Myr once a man that could not think. The Tempers once were ordinary folk. Now they rise to greatness, always striving, never overreaching. They are not like Myr himself. Rather, they're what Myr wished he could be. What's up, Wolford? Hello, my girl. Tizo and I were just reminiscing on old times. Hra! Tizo is happy to have Wolford back among the Nightwings once again. Thank you, Tizo. I'm happy to be back among the Nightwings as well. Though, you understand why we were forced apart for so long, don't you? Hra! Tizo indicates he understands full well. I trust that Tariq provided some good company and song during the intervening time. Schri! Tizo confirms he did enjoy traveling alongside the lone minstrel for some time. And there he is, right on cue. Something I can do for you, Wolford, sir. Wolford laughs warmly at this. No, Tari. We are well enough for now. Tizo and I. We were just remembering the time we first met, the three of us. Tizo was rather apprehensive then, as I recall. He was merely being circumspect, I'm sure. Tizo has the sharpest instincts of us all. But the bite he gave to you, sir, left a permanent impression, did it not? Wow, Tizo, you got some sharp fangs to bite into wood and leave a permanent mark. It did indeed.
consider it a mark of friendship. May it stay with me for all my days. It's a good reminder that, despite the challenges we faced together in the past, my time among the Nightwings has been extraordinary. Likewise, I can say the same, sir.
Tizo shares the sentiment as well. Wolfred turns to you.
Should apologize, my girl. Here we are talking of a history you do not share. Believe me when I say we're skipping over many of the bad parts. What I mean is, it isn't my intention to exclude you as we wax nostalgic. Not Nightwings that you know, we are a strange assortment, are we not? Those of us who share some kinship from the past, I suppose we cannot help but seek some warmth in it. But it should not be the exclusion of the friendships that we forge right now. So please, why don't you join us for a bit?
Together, you, Wolfred, Tizo, and the lone minstrel talk a while about the times gone by. The three of them are pleased to be back in one another's company again, having grown so close through shared experiences in the past. Just the same, they have welcomed you into the group. In spite of the hardships you have faced, some of these idle moments that you share together may one day form memories you think back on with fondness. Soon, the conversation winds down, though it lifted all your spirits for the while. Got anything for Sandra? Nope. I think Sandra might be permanently out of stuff to say. Go. We're off to Mount Alodiel. Okay, we gotta start all the way back here. You sense Bertrude shall gain favor from the scribes if you should land here. Since Pametha shall gain favor, that's gonna be important. I mean, probably. Griza mostly does sleeping at this hour. But if it's for a pet Reza request, she can be woken up once per stream. A singular time per stream. And there has not been one yet. You make landing upon Mount Alodiel, where Wolfred pulls you aside while the others complete the post-flight inspection. He puffs at his pipe before speaking up. Reader, as you know, I now wear the raiments once again. This means that I, myself, may soon be worthy to regain my freedom in the eyes of the inscribed. Wouldn't want to wake the papa, though. Mayhaps another time. She's, like, always asleep by the time I start streaming, so it's no different than any normal day spooked. You can wake up the papa. It's okay. I have a limit that's set on the reward, so it can only be activated once per stream. No, however, that is not my wish to go just yet. It is true I could be of some benefit to our plan back in the Commonwealth, but my place is here for the time being. Perhaps once the Nightwings are on a surer footing in their path, my time shall come. Answered a question you didn't know you had. Also, Wolfred answered a question, or not a question, but it just gave me an answer to just when am I going to let Wolfred free? And the answer is not right now. Hi, Marky. Thanks for stopping by. Those are my feelings on the matter. I wanted you to know. I shall, of course, defer to you. Our path is not to contradict the reader's will. Anyway, I trust that all of us, yourself included, shall find our freedom, if not soon, by when all of this is over. Yeah. She works real well with that bandana. No. Gotta check. No, it looks like I might have just completely exhausted Sandra's dialogue. The harp scribe's favorite. Having completed the post-flight inspection, you and Pametha visit the monument of Triesta Tithys, here in Emperor's Ascent, kept through the nameless lower summits between Mount Alodiel. Throughout his youth, the prideful Emperor Myr misunderstood how he came into the room. I have to have it to you, Pametha. You have a real gift for getting yourself into one bad situation after another. Well, thank you, Mark. And if you're heading back to K-Max Street, you can say hi to her for me. And also tell her she's a cute. Now here you are, praying to the dead to bring the stars back. Is that it? Maybe you'll get out of here this time. Things might be even worse back home. As soon as she's finished paying her respects, you return to the wagon in silence, feeling as though Tristatithis has shown you favor. You shall soon ascend the mountain, though there's time now to pursue your vocations. +1 quick. Excellent. So we can talk more with Pamitha, and then we can vote Kate. Pamitha is staring out the window as you approach. A nice flying, reader darling. Take it from me. It feels as good as you'd expect. It's not enough for those Commonwealth brutes to cast us down here. If they can get their fingers on us and make sure we never fly again as once we did, all while calling it an act of mercy. Let me ask you something. You've learned a thing or two. What have your studies taught you of my kind? Pamitha wishes to know what you have learned of the harps. You know the violence they have caused. The harps of the Highwing remnants have despoiled the Commonwealth for an entire age. You know that they have suffered. Long-held enmity between the harps and the Commonwealth has led to the Winged race. You know you share common ancestry. It is said that when some of the ancient harps relinquished their wings, the conflict began. You know little of our kind. Commonwealth rumors and folktales are to be taken with a healthy dose of skepticism. I want to say the common ancestor. Because, I mean, it's bad on both sides. One, they're being excessively violent. But they also have suffered, that I know. The Commonwealth is, in general, just butts. But common ancestor sounds like it could be made up, which is why this option is there. I would say I know little. You admit to having little knowledge of the harps or the Highwing remnants, other than your limited experience in Commonwealth hearsay. Well, come on now. There's no need to be so modest. Surely you've heard much of the terrors that we've caused, that we slew and ate all of our males and the like. Here I was hoping you'd indulge me just a bit. My kind certainly aren't known for their good sense of humor. I can tell you that. My little tongue got me into no small amount of difficulty till I learned to keep it well under control. The mountains I come from, the views there are something, but there's a bleakness to it too. Being surrounded only by those consumed by the desire to avenge. We're very proud like that. Everybody vying to be the strongest, to kill the most of you. That way we might just get a shot with the prince, continue the line, if he even exists. Your understanding is that the males of the harp are all gone, though perhaps one remains. They mate as poisoned spiders do, and would slay each other in their sleep. Large justice, Androbellus. So they don't even know. Really. Though they are just trying to kill us the most. Okay, well, that I should have maybe pointed out that they've had terrible. They may just be a bit of butts. Imagine that being the best case scenario, darling. She shakes her head. Anyway, I was just thinking I rather enjoy the traveling we've done. A change of scenery does me some good. Perhaps I'll stick to wandering after the holidays. In fact, I have a fancy for some wandering right now, if you'll excuse me. She heads out of the wagon into the narrow passages. Interesting. Whom shall we mentor? She's already there. Tizo's gonna get mastered. Volfred. I do want to get Volfred to the point where he can be freed. Whether or not I will is a different story, and at the moment he does not even want to be freed. So probably just best that I get him boosted at the very least to the level of everyone else. Everyone's already at 4. So yeah, should do that.
Certainly, I would appreciate your point of view.
You and Volfred go over his understanding of his aura and its connection to his presence, both physical and spiritual. Discussion proves informative. An exile's wrongdoings manifest during the rites as an aura. Contact with an opposing exile's aura banishes the trespasser from this plane. Gosh, I can't speak and I'm burpy. I thought I understood that the aura was literally your wrongdoings manifest. I don't know. It didn't really like settle in until now. It's just like, I do have some people have incredible auras. But that doesn't make sense because like Jadario had a massive aura, but Jadario wasn't really. I mean, wrongdoings in respect to what the Commonwealth, what they deem. Because, I mean, Jadario she was ordered to execute people, and she said no. Wait, no, was that the case? I think that was the case. And then she was banished for it. The rites demand we act as one mind, in perfect unison and harmony, and free of any doubt. I've grown more accustomed to being a part of the Nightwings of today. Volfred's sapling spawns faster than usual. It's a large aura. Or I can remotely detonate it. Let's just make them more powerful. I always try to bear in mind that together our auras grow even stronger. And if the auras are a representation of that, that is actually an actual statement. The auras are larger if you're closer to your allies. So what, your sins compound together to be more than the sum of their parts? I don't know. I might just be confusing myself at this point. We go. Temple High Road, you sense Volfred shall gain favor from the scribes or to Tizo. Let's give it to Volfred. Wrongdoings might not necessarily be more wrong, but rather decided in the same way as to why they were banished in the first place. Yeah. That's why, just kind of the same line of thought. I'm just like, the wrongdoings in regards to what the Commonwealth states as wrongdoings, which is a bit up in the air. En route to the mountaintop, you pass by a monument to Liu Sklorian, even though there's no second vowel. And Volfred happens to take notice. Orlek, this is somehow your doing. You who curse the scribes and the stars themselves. I pray for you this time. And if the scribes will for the rites to be ended, then we shall have to work with that. No setback shall be insurmountable. Soon he has finished paying his respects. As you prepare to continue your ascent, you sense that Liu's glory has shown him favor. His two presents. Saw like a soul in Undertale. It's the good, the bad, and the person who made it. Nah. I don't know about that. You and your fellow exiles gather at the foot of the Scribe's Gate, before an archway carved of stone, where stands the gate's guardian. Greetings to you, Celeste. I see the exiles of the Nightwings have returned, even as the cycle of the rites begins drawing to a close. The Nightwings accept this as the will of the scribes. The gate guardian laughs at this softly for some reason. And you, Terry, do you accept their will as well? But the lone minstrel does not answer her. It is no matter, no Nightwings, each of you. Come forth and state what it is that you seek whilst crossing the scribes. One by one, the Nightwings declare themselves. You all pass through as before. When Volfred takes his turn, Celeste stops him. You, I see you wear the raiments once again. Explain. The cycle of the rites is ending. While I do not know exactly why, I have my fears. One of my contemporaries, he who fell from the summit long ago,
He lives and seeks his liberty yet again. He stands against us now, believes his triumvirate to be the true Nightwings, splinter faction from the scribe's most favored triumvirate. I remember well the contemporary whom you meet, when the Nightwings stand divided. Yes, and so I wear the raiments once again, in case that it may help to right this wrong. For I am Volfred Sandalwood, and I seek liberty for each of us, so that one day we all might stand shoulder to shoulder on the other side, and bring our freedom to the people there. She considers Volfred's words for a moment. I see. Then move along. Guardian of Scribesgate regards you all, and she beckons you on. Eight scribes bid the Nightwings welcome. Go forth with the glory. Celeste. What is it, Eddie? The will of the scribes. Long have we both followed it. I think you would agree. In equal measure has it drawn us close, as separated us. But their aim now is to keep us apart for another age or longer then. No, I do not accept their will. You blaspheme, Teddy, and at the gate, no less. But the lone minstrel simply puts his hat back. Then may the scribes themselves admonish me. Until tomorrow night, Celeste.
Oh! That thing. Twitch integration for Discord now supports different tiers of subs. Huh. That's neat. Or is it neat? Did it already have the higher? No. I don't think it had the higher tiers. If you just had one sub, you had like only the tier 1 subs, regardless of the subs you had. Or regardless of the tier of sub you had. When you reach the peak of Mount Elodial again, you see the vastness of the downside all around you. It leaves you deep in thought regarding which of your companions ought to go free this night, as Jordariel did the last time. It's gonna be Pam. Yeah, hey guys, so like, I don't know what's going on up there with all them stars all acting really weird and stuff, but let me tell you something here. We ain't gonna find a better deal on all this stuff from anybody. I mean anybody in the downside. You trust me on that, I tell you that, okay? So go ahead, stuck up. Whoa. Big. Well, like Barry put all your in Discord. Yeah, I think I did that too. There's a role for just Twitch subs in general, but not has separate roles for each tier too. Got you. Permanently increase +1 hope. That's very good. I want to just keep boosting these a lot though. Big spender. Woo! Okay. We have no money for anything else, so that will have to do. Let's boost Tizo to the max, because Tizo's just gonna be broke. Tizo now can just flutter and zip however he so pleases. Jump further. We're about to lose Pamitha. Those are paired. That won't increase swiftness, but will this increase by 1? Won't. Gilman jumps further. No. At this rate, I'm probably thinking just dump it into quickness because I might use that for the future. I'll get the curving up higher so it gets maybe to +8, but yeah, I should, because we already get +2 based on our passive, so we'll get +10 in total for this character. Once it reaches max rank. That'll do. Thanks, guys. Good luck on that thing you're going to tonight. What have we here? Indigenous imps. Special mention must be given to the downside's most prolific native creature, which we call the imp. With all respects to our comrade Haum, an imp himself possessing of extraordinary intellect, most imps are driven by the simplest impulses: to eat, to drink, to procreate, to move, and to survive. These creatures, then, are symbols of this place. They are far more resilient than they seem, though wild by their nature. They, like all of us, can learn. Haub insists that imps are willing to be put to work, like other aspects of the downside. They wish more than to exist, but to exist with purpose. What say you, Wolford? Wolford looks up as you approach and smiles. I never thought that I would say such things, my girl. But it is good to wear the raiments in the rites once more. The march of time does have a way of healing certain hurts. Besides, the night wings of today, we are a very different beast than the triumvirate, which took me in almost a decade ago. Ours was a triumvirate of exactly 3, well formed with Tiso, who proved to be an exception, though historically the night wings never took on more exiles than needed. I have mentioned my predecessor, Bright, and my former companions, Erisa and Orla. Perhaps naively, I had hoped my time with them would not be relevant directly to what we now attempt. But seeing as our stories are now intertwined, do let me know if there is more you wish to learn of them. Invites you to inquire about the former Nightwings. As far as I've heard only passing reference. I want to know about Erisa first. She betrayed Orlek, causing the Nightwings to fall apart. Why would she do such? You ask about Erisa, who you understand betrayed Orlek at the moment of his liberation, then perished in this shimmer pool. I'm afraid I know you know the brunt of it, my girl. But I suppose you ought to know something of Erisa's past, lest you be quick to judge her solely by her actions. Mind you, I would never make excuses for the terrible choice she ultimately made, but her life, I understand, was very difficult. Erisa had been exiled for the foulest of acts. You could see it plainly branded on her face, such was the heinousness of what she did in the eyes of the Commonwealth. It's a lot of roles, Greg. She was an apprentice blacksmith in her youth, taking up the post left by her brother. He had fallen in battle on the blood border, despite wielding their father's own lance and armor. Her father never quite recovered after this, and had grown cruel and detached. It was Erisa who had taken the brunt of his fury. He expected the impossible of her. One day was all too much for her, so when he lashed out at her, well, she struck back. She struck back again and again and again. When they came for her, her father was gone, and she was not herself. She was promptly cast into the downside for the crime, where her hatred for the Commonwealth only grew. Erisa always was intense in her demeanor, haunted by her father's memory. More than that, her chief motive for wanting back her freedom was in hindsight, not the help. She longed to join our nation's enemies, and to build, for the High Wing remnants, a great siege engine that could shatter the defenses of the Commonwealth and forever end our feud. What she ultimately did to Orlek was an act of pure and thoughtless desperation. I do not think that it was simply evil, nor do I think it was personal. I often wondered, though, if, in her final moments in the Shimmer Pool, she understood what she had done, and the depths to which she had fallen. For years, I must admit that I hated her. Now, my only hope is that she found a peace untenable during her relatively short life in the downside in the Commonwealth. Furthermore, I hope the life of Erisa offers some perspective yet to those who have not made the same mistakes. No. Was there something else? Damn! What about Brighton? You inquire about Brighton, who you understand was liberated prior to when Volfred first joined the Nightwings. I never met Brighton in person, but I know him rather well by now. Though, for that matter, my girl, so do you. He studies your reaction for a moment, then... What? Brighton was born wealthy, but not special. Otherwise, you would have no reason to have heard of him. He was exiled for negligent misconduct. I do not know exactly why, and do not care for spreading rumors. I first heard of him through Erisa and Orla, who found me in a suitable replacement for his following his liberation. They spoke little of him. Orlek gave the impression that they did not see eye to eye, but he assured me I soon would hear from him myself. Indeed, as I become accustomed to the book which you know well by now, I soon began to hear the voice Wolfred looks at you as if to see what you've taken, if you yet take his meaning. You see, my girl, after Brighton's liberation, he assumed a new identity within the Commonwealth, and a new responsibility to the Triumvirate, which he liberated. He's the voice? That voice you hear from time to time, whensoever the stars align, it's his. He is no longer Brighton. He is now none other than Archjustice Androbellus the Ninth himself. The Grand Judge and figurehead under whose watch the Commonwealth is now governed in this day. Those who violate the law of the Commonwealth face sentencing by the appointed Archjustice. Thank you, Greg, for spoiling a raid. It's fine. That's fascinating. It's almost as if I saw it coming. K-Mac, welcome, you cutie bud. Thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. Who knew a raid was gonna happen? Whomst would be one to spoil raid messages, K-Mac? Whomst. And Walt Myths just immediately ratted it out. But well, thank you so much for the raid. How is the rest of Code Vein? That is interesting, though. I was not expecting the voice to literally be the one who's governing the Commonwealth. That's interesting. But why was Brighton just so subsumed now that he's heck? Is he just so subsumed now with the fact that he's leading the Commonwealth that he just wants it to continue? Otherwise, why be so mad at Wolfred for the things he's trying to do? We didn't make it far. Ooh. Thank you, Kim, for the sub for 8 heckin' months. Almost a heckin' Twitch baby. Almost. That's much support. I appreciate it. Also, Greg, shush. Liberated exiles retain certain burdens to their old triumvirates. I have much to thank them for. Not just their freedom, but their exalted status in the Commonwealth. The theocratic rulers of the Commonwealth, they do not wear masks and raiments simply for the sake of ceremony. They are not who they appear to be. Their public pasts are nothing but a fabrication. Like Brighton, they once were exiles too. Brighton, that voice. He has no love for either one of us by now. He knows full well what we attempt to do, yet he is bound by the tradition of the rites. He shall always stand on ceremony and complain, but I think he knows deep down he is powerless. How ironic that one of such high status in the Commonwealth should be so frightened of some long-forgotten exiles such as we. So they're also imbibed to continue the rites? Even after? Anyway, it's Brighton for you. He must have seen in you the potential to be one of his staunch supporters for a time. If that's a path you'd want to pursue, I should apologize. Now then, whom else should we talk about? What about Orlok? You ask about Orlok. What Orlok was like when he and Wolfred first became acquainted. Wolfred remained silent for some time. I was very, very sick, you know, when I first landed in the downside. The long trip down the river must have been a little much for me. It was Orlok who found me. He could not have known my capacity to read before he had revived me. He was a physician, intolerant of the sight of suffering of any kind. Not just any physician, a gifted, highly decorated one. He served on the front. Back then,
Skirmishes erupted frequently, and those such as Orlek they had to deal with many casualties on either side. In time, he said he grew repulsed by what he saw. This sowed in his heart a yearning for an end to all the bloodshed, so he tried to use his status to negotiate a treaty with the Highwing remnants. Must have gone about how you'd expect. He was given direct orders to return to the front, but when he refused to soil his hands again, they cast him to the downside. Here, he gained the notice of the Nightwings, and before long he grew to be one of the finest rites conductors anyone had ever seen. He was instrumental in the liberation of his companions, whose roles in the triumvirate were later filled by Erisa and me. In time, Orlek's own opportunity for freedom had come up. He longed for it, so that with his exalted status he might stand a better chance of negotiating peace. However, on the evening of his liberation, you know the story from that point. Wilfred breathed a heavy sigh. He and I were kindred spirits for a while. I could not bear to think that he was gone. Now, I still cannot entirely believe that he's back. He is our adversary now, transformed, and cold. Still, part of me is happy that he lives. Make no mistake, of course. I shall not be swayed against our plan, not by Orlek or anyone. As I have said before, we share a higher calling now. As for Orlek, he wants his freedom still, although I wonder if he still remembers why. Anyway, was there something else about it? I bid you farewell. You bid Volfred a good afternoon and leave him with his memories. My pleasure, reader. Reflecting on the past from time helps demonstrate how far we've come, yet how much farther we have yet to go.
There's so much to learn. Fine. Commenceth the right.
Once more you have gained the Fall of Solium, where one among you may go free, but first, you shall have to prevail against the fate of liberation.
You are waiting for this lore dump? It was quite the lore dump. That adds so much, but it does lend that Volfred is being honest with us. Everything is making a great deal of sense. The only thing that isn't fully really understood at the moment is why the Commonwealth, even after they have been rescued from exile, the leaders of the Commonwealth are rescues from exile, liberated from exile. Why then the rights are upheld so fervently, and why completely are the rights fading? Can I weed you a bedtime story with your nice voice? Well, I appreciate the compliment. But I mean, that's kind of what a lot of the stream is, which is a lot of reading. So just keep on in stream then. There's a lot of things I wanted to say, but couldn't. Well, now you can feel free to reiterate them as you see fit in case I forget them or need to be re-informed of them. Peter, your companions are gathered there under the fall. They shall be counting on you. Indeed, as the cycle of rights turns ever faster, so too is our plan set in motion. My agents in the Commonwealth are beginning to cause a bit of a stir out there, and word has reached high places that the rights are ending. This is our chance, though let us not despair should victory elude us here. If you go from poverty to wealth and high political power, wouldn't you try to hold on to it? I don't know. I don't know. I would have expected that some people would have raised concern that the only people in power are the ones that have been exiled and then returned, and why the Commonwealth is such a fantastic place to uphold that they exile people for whatever reason they deem fit, and then to hope that they're in a state where they can be liberated. But even then, like the times, there's been so many people that of our opponents that we've not allowed them to liberate someone. I would not say they are worthy of their liberation. Tamitha especially is definitely not worthy of liberation. She literally just wants to kill the Commonwealth people. So it's just like, I don't know why this is the system that is so being upheld so much. We shall make the most of whatever the scribes may have in store for us. That is to say, good luck, my friend. It's time. Also, Marquis, yes, makes a very good point. Not at the expense of it. She's the only person I refuse to liberate at the detriment of my own team. Or it could be they see that they have skill to be redeemed. Maybe they look for that. I don't know. What you're saying is plausible, but I think unlikely. Tamitha is the only person you refuse to liberate at the detriment of your own team? I'm gonna liberate Tamitha this time. So care. Thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. Welcome. How was your stream? Seeing what some of the people who get close to the redemption. Yeah. Wow, thanks. But yeah, like, got super tired and called it. That's fair. I'm glad it was a nice stream. Cause yeah, like my headspace playing Hades, so it's fitting to jump for one super giant game. No, that is very fitting. I eventually need to play Hades. I do. I need to play Hades, but I've just been waiting for the full release. Even though at this point it has so much in it, where it's just like, probably should just play it. Also, yeah, Good Morehouse is not necessary to return. It's just liberation. I don't know. There's a lot to digest. There is a lot to digest with this game. Ah, so many. There's so many games to play and so many that are coming out right now. Neo 2 just came out. Doom and Animal Crossing come out on Friday. Final Fantasy VII Remake. Resident Evil 3 Remake. Hades is already super dope. There's just so many. That's fair, Care. Take care. Thanks so much for the raid. We're trapped inside, which helps. I mean, if you want to play games a bunch, even though I'm not going to really be able to play any more games because of being trapped inside, because I still got to work. Your adversary's pyre shall recover up to 5 each time they douse your pyre. Ay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And don't have 12 yet, so we're still just going to see. But yeah, I'm gonna release Tamitha here because if we're restructuring the entirety of the Commonwealth, we're gonna need someone who has a very large perspective of outside the Commonwealth.
To conduct the liberation rite.
But someone who is willing to be a mediator, which I think Tamitha can be that.
Opportunities, reader. This glorious age-old tradition coming to an end upon your watch.
Wish it could be somebody aside from Pam. There have not been any better harps that we have seen in this game. Take what I can get.
Should they unfortunately fail.
Also, Tamitha can hook Hedwyn up with his long-lost love. Pyres burn in each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. I concur. The pyres burn in each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. Then, anointed one of the fate, Come forth now and declare yourself and pay any respects you have unto your adversaries, the Nightwings. The bent old Cur Dalbert steps forward and struggles for a moment with his mask. Greetings, good heralds. I am called the Delbert Oldheart. It is the great honor of my years to stand upon this sacred site upon which the 8 scribes first anointed these glorious proceedings. Nightwings, we are honored to be in your presence once more. Father, they are our adversaries, not our hosts. We need not be so gentle with them. They shall do their utmost to keep you from your freedom. Delbert, the son speaks out of turn. Control it. My sincerest apologies for his unnecessary outburst. Elmer, please. We have worked toward this opportunity, and we must make the most of it. He puts his mask back on. My son and I stand ready to begin. Nightwings, your decision. On whose behalf you shall conduct the liberation rite. Rita, I would ask you to choose wisely, but I am sure you know no other way. And you prepare your song, Tari. Of course, Celeste.
Whom do you intend to liberate?
We tend to liberate. Because at the moment, it's like Faye and Tizo, I think, would not be the most productive as part of the plan. And also ones that I think would be comfortable remaining exiled. Tizo this is literally Tizo's home. And Faye finds great comfort in Tizo, and she's kind of her own spirited thing, so at the moment it's a Pamitha to me. But hear me out. Freeze it, Tizo. Time for you to fly, Pamitha. So I'm going to get my shot at all this. Then, how very thoughtful of you, Reader Darling.
Who shall stand with her?
Tizo. 3 option, I'd say Pamitha, yeah, but of the 6, I'd say Gilman. Yeah, I think Gilman's, I don't know. Gilman's just kind of been there. Very honorable, though I have not felt that his traits would be like the most fitting for the plan or anything. I don't know. Gilman's kind of just been there from my perspective, and like is a good person, which is a very high quality trait. But I don't know. Just a very honorable knight, that feels. But we need to get XP on Volfred because we should likely, whomever is the last person we send over should probably be Volfred. And Tizo, I would just want to get to rank 5.
Tizo.
Tizo seems very determined to support Pamitha. And Volfred. Although I should give Volfred. Should give Volfred quickness. Why not? Let Volfred get some dunks in here.
Volfred.
Keep the Bog Witch, Tizo, and Fate. Don't spoil anything, Myths. Shush. It sounded like a straight up spoiler. Let us prevail on this night for you, Pam, and for the good of our ailing nation. It may have just been the way in which you phrased it, but it sounded like a straight up spoiler.
The choice is cast.
We give thanks to have this opportunity to face you, O Nightwings. Now let us strive to our fullest capability, with honor and with grace. If there was going to be any triumvirate that could let someone go back in our stead, it would honestly be this one. But we have the plan to do. Yeah, I know, but I'm not sure. Bertrude's a bit here and there. Kind of more so for support with Wolfred, because they're very powerful connections-wise. Save your strength for the right, Father, and for the voyage home. Let this be our final battle against them.
Commence.
Later. The tunes. Hup. 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 Hi, Don. Thanks for stopping by. Think you can escape Tizo? You cannot escape Tizo. Tizo is a monster now. Tizo has infinite stamina. Oh no! Dang it! I was greedy. Yeah, Bop is an emo. Also, yeah, I don't like Bop as it's lame. I don't know why that became a Twitch global emote. Because Bop is just so much better as this is something good to listen to. Hear us now, O noble Ymir. For we beseech you, surely we cannot prevail without your aid. If ever you have heard my prayers, beg of you, please smile upon us now. That just makes... If I was gonna let any triumvirate win outside of us, it would be this triumvirate. But I can't. Yeah, Bonk feels better for hammer noise. Whether from his pair to the scribes or simply from Dalbert's resolve, something comes over your fellow exiles here. They're banished now. They shall not soon return. Ooh. Oh. No. No, Wolf. Grab it. No. I wanted to give this to Wolfred, you jerk. Go, 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 go. No! I just wanted to give it to Wolfred. Oh, well, that didn't work. Fine. Tizo's gonna win for everything. Tizo's a boss.
And there it is, at last. The Nightwings proved their worth. As for their adversaries, they did not. Thus ends the liberation rite. And thus,
Oh, yeah.
the scribes have
And I just
chosen
gave away my heart.
the exile appointed by the Nightwings shall be free, absolved of all misdeeds, return to glory in the Commonwealth. Her adversary and all others shall remain to carry out their
Rightful is a strong word. Many people are not deserving to be exiled here. Alas, my son. Once more it seems I have failed you. Father, wait! What good is freedom to us anyway if we would be apart? What am I? Supposed to give a speech or something then? Reader darling, all of you, look. I have no idea still why you picked me. Oh, I do have one, but I don't think it's right. If you'd wanted to get rid of me by now, you needn't have gone to such lengths. And so, I'm left only to conclude that you did this for me. The years I spent down here. In one sense, they've all been such a waste, just utterly for nothing. Spectacularly so. I thought that my relationship with Tamitha had nowhere left to go but up, but, well, you know, not quite the case. But then, I think on what would have become of me, had I made no attempt to set things right. Had I not done everything I have, could not have lived with that, I think. Is Tamitha done in this game so far for you? She attempted to betray us, to have Tamitha take her spot in Pamitha's stead, which Tamitha actively declined. And I don't know, it's just kind of steadily just become a bit better. Outside of that, she hasn't been terrible outside of pestering Jadariel, but then eventually her and Jadariel did make up to do stuff, to at very least do right together. I was so certain that my life would end down here. Only now beginning to consider that the opposite may come true instead. What I'm trying to say is thanks to all of you. I mean that. Now, I guess I'd better head on back to that damned Commonwealth. So, bottoms up. She plunges into the waters of the Shimmer Pool and disappears from view, though her voice still rings out. We'll have to see what we can do up there, provided that my sisters haven't had their way with it just yet. Anyway, let's find a way to keep in touch, but just in case, goodbye. Pamitha earned back her freedom. May she return.
Godspeed, Pamitha Thane. The 8 scribes are watching from afar. By their grace, may the cycle of the rites keep turning for as long as possible.
Tizo is a master. A hidden power, a terrible, unbridled fury seems to have awakened within Tizo. Squeaky, huh? Oh no, he seems very enthusiastic about it. Tizo, I love you. Your banished Tizo drops a moon sign allies can instantly transport to from their pyre. Eee, that's very good. After casting his implode ability, Tizo returns much faster. I've never used Tizo's implode. I've only used only I've gotten this just to get the additional dowsing power. But yeah. Moon sign it is. Bolfred still needs to make up ground.
May the scribes have mercy on us all.
Father, wait. Calm yourself, my son. The liberation rite is ended. But no, how can you be so calm, even now, after what happened? Did you strive this night with all your heart, Ulmer? Yes, but it was not enough. Wasn't enough. No, my son, it was enough. It was more than enough. Father. So respectful. Although he probably would have carried on with the Commonwealth as it is. Too respectful. Really watch anybody play this outside of your playthrough. It makes me curious as to how much things change the events of this game. Yeah, I have no idea. Alrighty, take care, Marquis. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good night. You return to the wagon after having prevailed against the fate in the liberation rite. Tizo wishes Pamitha a safe journey home. Safe travels to you, Pamitha. The rest of us await the day of our reunion on the other side. She's an outcast of the winged high-wing remnants, Commonwealth's hated enemy. She has regained her freedom. You succeeded in liberating Pamitha, who returned to the Commonwealth in glory. We have but a few such liberations rights remaining. Exactly how many, I do not wish to speculate about as yet, until such time as we can better say for certain. Under no circumstances would I suggest this is ideal.
However, it is opportunity enough that our plan may as yet succeed.
No! It's 1% off, and every time we win, it gives us 2%. Damn it! No!
Though, all these setbacks, I fear.
Wilfred trails off, falls silent. Some of the others exchange looks. They're beginning to understand. With the rites soon ending, everything which Wilfred has sought, both on his own for many years and now with all of you, all of it may have been in vain. The hush spreads to the others. But not to you. You then proceed to do something that none of them seem to expect. You raise your voice. Each of your fellow exiles turns to you, their expressions asking you a question with no easy answer. What are we going to do? As you meet Sir Gilman's gaze, the words for the occasion begin to crystallize in your mind. You're searching for the right words. Search for the words to say to your fellow exiles. Interact as your fellow exiles are now looking to you now. Interact to consider different angles. Gather my thoughts. Tell them you've always chosen. Press the red seal to lock your speech. Oh, I can actually change these. You tell them that you all have stood together time after time throughout this quest and are now poised to seize upon a glorious opportunity. You tell them that you're not going to mince words with anyone here. Tell them that you have all struggled to come this far. All together, you struggled to have come this far, only to reach this low point in your journey through many challenges you have faced. Oh, okay, so it actually changes depending on... You only have a few options with each of the first beginning lines. And they're not poised to seize upon it, of course. Right? And think only a hollow fool will turn back now. Probably that one for uplifting. You're not going to mince words because by now each of you knows each other well. As that would be a grave disservice to the group. There are many challenges. You tell them all that you have stood together time after time throughout this quest, and are now poised to seize upon the clearest opportunity. I straight up supportive speech is kind of just where my head's at. I don't think any of the other ones are really a fit with what I'm thinking. The path to freedom still is laid bare before you all. True freedom is not waiting for you in the come. None of you pursue this quest with any guarantees. It is clear now that all of you are going to return. Your path to freedom is still laid. True freedom is not waiting for you in the Commonwealth. The path is difficult enough without the added burden of despair. I'm not going to sass them for being full of despair. Path to freedom still is laid bare before you all. True freedom is not waiting for you in the Commonwealth. None of you pursue this quest with any guarantees. It is a quest you all knew was unlikely to end well. One cannot assume that it would have a happy outcome. No, I don't want just acceptance. It's clear now that not all of you are going to return. Surely this is heavily on everyone. Each of you knew this outcome was a possibility. Path to freedom still is laid before you all. True freedom. Path is difficult enough without the added. I gotta go with this one. True freedom's not waiting for you. Meanwhile, the stars themselves are shining on for you. All of what transpired cannot be mere chance. You all now have a divine duty to Commonwealth is already in upheaval. There you have unfinished business. Its troubles are only beginning. You have to resist the forces that will crush you. The injustices committed on the other side cannot continue. That one seems good. But something far more vital is at stake. You see the imminent conclusion of the rites as a sign that the whole world is changing. I actually like that one a lot. The disappearance of the stars above can be no accident. I'm assuming no accident. It's probably best there. Shining for you all of what transpired cannot be a chance. You have a divine duty. Glory waits if you can persevere. It would spur you on great feats. No. But something far more vital is at stake. The disappearance of the stars above can be no accident. It is a sign that the world is changing. You now have this opportunity to live with purpose for your people, for all those who shall live on. Poised to ensure the world you leave behind for your loved ones. Now is the time to stand and fight against the forces that oppose you. It's not really opposition at the moment. Live with purpose. Loved ones. I'm going to say with purpose. Now have this opportunity to live with purpose for each other, for your own sake, for your people, for each other. For yours is righteous cause, for all those who shall live on. You now have this opportunity to live with purpose for each other, for all those who shall live on. When you look at it that way, which side of the world you end up on is all up to you. It is up to all of you, to each one of you, in your own way. You can believe anything. You cannot see the merit in this quest. Okay. I don't. Both of those two ones are negative. You can believe any of this. And believe above all in each other. Believe that the plan may yet be achieved. You cannot see the merit in this quest, then you are unfit to stand among the Nightwings. Unfit to stand atop the sacred mountain. No. When you look at it, which side of the world you end up, whether you achieve your freedom is up to all of you. Which side of the world you end up on is up to all of you. I already did say that freedom was not exactly decided upon liberation, or something to that extent. To each one of you in your own way, you need but see your journey to its end. Whether you achieve your freedom is up to all of you. You need but see your journey to its end. After a brief period of reflection, you share one last sentiment with the group. We have to keep going until we are free. The only failure is to stray from the path. Scribes shall always light our way. No. Enlightenment, it veils itself through struggle. We shall reunite someday among the stars. We have to keep going until we are free. Which that we will reunite someday. The change will occur. And this system will not be in place such that this right of deeming those worthy to return back to the Commonwealth is not the only path. Else do you remain together with your thoughts. No one speaks for a time, but then... yeah! The struggle you describe, O Master Reader. It has been glorious indeed. Wherever you shall lead, this night shall follow without stopping even once to think. You see them too, then, miss? The scribes among the stars. Now they're watching over us? I kind of avoided stating anything about the scribes, but it's fine. Thou wouldst dare to challenge this ancient world, reading one, and yet thy words are tinged with certain truths. Sriha! Tizo vows to stand with you, no matter where your quest shall lead. May long the stars remain a light for you, reader. All the while, Volford remains watching you intently, and his expression softens, and he smiles. You are right, of course, my girl. We are the Nightwings. It's precisely as you said. We shall reunite someday in the stars. Lead us then, reader. The end of our quest, and the dawn of the new age of all of for all our kind. Everyone, for the Nightwings! Everyone responds in kind. They stand with you, no matter what. They await the outcome of your vision of the stars, which burn with renewed fury because now the last rites beckon. Oh no. Can't post one hope permanently, we shall unite someday. The stars above now burn with what appears a desperate fury, many more of them than usual. Path is yours to choose amid a myriad of stars. This is our last rite? Our last sequence of rites? Oh no, they're all... The stars of the 8 scribes. They shine together, now as one. The lone minstrel draws breath, as though surprised by what he sees. He backs away and averts his eyes. This is another sign the rites are soon to cease. Few chances yet remain to confront the adversaries you have met during your journey. No. But you make it sound like it is the last rite. Oh, they make it sound like it is the last rite. But like, but it still says question. I don't know. Let's see. I should probably wipe out the chastity. And then we'll see how we're facing standings wise. Because I think we'll just face off against the dissidents. Yeah. 2-0. We've done 4. 4 people have been liberated so far. 2-0, 2-0, 2-0, 2-0. I think everyone is at 2-0 right now. Yeah. Let's take out Manly. No. Don't answer. I don't want to be spoiled. Actually, I want to see if I can't do... I think we should have all 12 Titan stars available. So I want to face people I'm pretty sure we can beat. Which at the moment I think is Delbert. Actually, no. Let's do them. The accusers were pretty stinking weak. So let's try that. I want to see if I can't beat. I'll win a match with all 12 on. Which team scares me the most? As far as team composition wise, it was really annoying to deal with Manly and the sapling. And the harpies are annoying to do when they're boosted up. I'm just right now I'm just considering the 12 or the challenge to win a match with all 12 Titans active. This is time we met again with the Lendl and the accusers. We can make for the cairn of Haub at first light, my girl. Let us recover through the night, for now. It's too late to do much else. What's up, Sandra? Nah, I think Sandra is all out of stuff for us to tell us. Those. Read some more passages. Fate. The Fate united under Many-Mane, the Alpha Chief. He is brash, but follows traditions. He praises faith, discipline, and honor. Qualities he seems to lack at first. He formed the Fate under the precepts of olden bylaws of his 4-legged ancestors. They believed in a certain natural order in the way of things. Many Main wanted for the Fate to likewise show respect. Initially, he only chose from other Curs. He, however, urged the Fate to replenish their numbers from any race or ethnic group thus willing. Thus shall they anticipate what is to come, with open eyes and minds, and never frown upon what is in store. Are in order the people that we have freed are Ruki, Hedwin, Jadariel, and Pamitha. 4. Since the gameplay, the dog scared you the most, but in terms of lore, it's the swamp ladies. Yeah, the swamp ladies are annoying. And also terrifying if they win. The bog witches. I believe they're bog crones. On Worth, the fallen empire of Sar was ruled according to an ancient bloodline, thought to be infallible. Our society shall instead be by those who earn the privilege. We, the 8, we cannot bear the burden of determining your worth. It shall be determined by your peers, and by you, yourself. It shall provide a framing through the rights to put you to the test against yourselves, against your kin, against your adversaries. The downside cannot let us all go free. Thus, freedom to the worthy. As the worthy, your true calling then begins, as you return to a society which longs to learn the wisdom you have gained along your path. The worthy shall lead. Worthy is a strong word. Following Pamitha's liberation, the lone minstrel has returned to the wagon and stands as though nothing has happened here this night. He tilts his head a bit as you approach. Once more, the Nightwings have prevailed in the liberation right under your mindfulness, Rita. A commendable achievement. Surely Pamitha shall live out her days in gratitude to you and your companions. Perhaps she may now seek Ruki there in your commonwealth. I should think Ruki would have liked to witness what took place this night. I trust that together we shall make a formidable difference to the plan which all of you endeavor to achieve. Now, for the time, Celeste and I are to return to our respective stations. We all await the next turn of the cycles. Cycle of the rights, where you prevail once more when next we traverse Scribescape. Until then, reader, rest well under the stars. He nods, leaves you to recover after a long night. I don't know. There's no time now to return to the Moonlight Alcove as before, as the stars already urged you on. Everyone is ready to make haste for the carol. Hold on. Look at it though. Wolford approaches you as a fly above his hidden lair at the Moonlight Alcove. Cannot help but wonder if you shall ever return there. To your alcove. I've asked my agents to break down the place. It soon shall be gone, if it isn't already. We shall not be returned. We've not the time to do so, anyway. And with Orlek back among the living now, and no longer fond of it, I dare not think what he would do with it. Unfortunately, hiding places are of little value once they're found. Once all of this is over, those of us who do not manage to return shall have to find another place to live. Try to live, at least. Ah! What? My beautiful wagon! What has happened? Oh, but it's you, my wonderful Nightwings. Come to play a little trick on your good friend Manly, Oh, very, very clever. And the damage you have caused my beautiful wagon, doubtless, it was very, very minimal. Fear not, I can afford repairs. It is no inconvenience at all. Although I do have one request of you, to make amends, that is. When next we faced each other in a right, I trust you know that I shall ask of you, but would you be kind enough to stand aside and let the chastity prevail? Then we shall call it even. And when I return unto the Commonwealth, I shall see to it that you and your loved ones there are suitably rewarded now. Ta-ta. Fuck. He's a prick. Wait, no, one of those is Pokemon. It's Ruki. Not Groot. Flight takes you near to where you breach past Stormwall to Death's Tempest. With the climate and the downside intensifying, you wonder if the storm has spilled forth from its confines and started to ravage other regions of the land. Does not seem to have been done so as of yet. The forbidding cairn of Haub lies below. Now many exiles see fit to cross beyond it. Some fear that the listless remains of Shax's shoulders shall snatch them up if they attempt to cross. Others simply do not want to pass through to the flagging hands. I didn't check that. You know its true significance as we do, although your adversaries, the accusers, should be on their way now. Soon we shall confront them once again. Alexander the Sharp. Bertrude's expressing may find some value. Or Tizo seems enthusiastic about the prospect of it. Although it's unlikely I'll be using Tizo because Tizo's maxed out. I think at this point I should probably start boosting Gilman and Gilman, Bertrude, and Volfred. So I guess we'll just go with Bertrude then. Ooh, the Beyond Receiver. Crystal seeks Volfred. What say you, Sandra? Oh, you actually have something on your mind. What's up? Please, Rita, leave me be. I ask that you leave me be. Go about your business. Go. Watch the stars die out. Get your idiots their freedom. And you be sure to tell that Herod with whom you consort that Sandra, the Unseeing, did her job. You tell him that. Perhaps that way he shall put in a good word. And the scribe shall finally provide for me a bit of reprieve. She fell silent for a time. I do not know what else to do, Rita. But you remain with her, letting her draw whatever strength and comfort from your thoughts as you are able to afford. That was kind of you. However, let us conduct our business. I care not for your pity. Do not come visit me again like this without my asking. I insist. Scribe trial. Go, Volfred. Go. I sent her to administer one of her special trials for Volfred. It's fancy talking sap, you mean? I shall be interested to see if he has learned something since last we sparred like this. Then, let us bring him forth. Soon, Volfred appears, heat of the summons. So it is my turn then, is it? Then, let us see what we can do, Hydra. Alright, well, let's see how this trial is going to go. Although this is the final one. No! Controller, why? The apparition Sandra appears and unfastens her mask. Listen well, Sap. You answer to me. As you will. Oh, Sandra the Unseen. Proper as ever, then. Though I wonder if you have the wherewithal that you project. Show me, then, what you can do without the benefit of those whom you lead. And let us see if you and your lovely reader have reached a thorough understanding as of yet. That's quite the mix of things. Oh no, what? I can't... That works. Do it! I dare! Ha-ha! Fool! Splendito. No, they keep taking out me sprouts before they're done. Stop. Ha-ha! You fools. They're not acting terribly wisely. Sprout, no! Stop it! You hurt my sprouts. Uh-oh. Well, that's gonna be a problem. Stop it. Put it right there. Haha! Yeah, they were not playing the smartest. It's fine. It's fine.
am grateful for the privilege of your time, good Sandra. Flattery shall never get you anywhere with me, Sap. Nonetheless, your performance was sufficient and you passed my test. Thus, congratulations are in order to you and to your lovely reader. Now farewell.
And that is all of the trials. Completed Dido.
I had not seen that Sandra in some time. She has not changed a bit. But it would seem she left something for us, did she?
Lose the ball. Wolfred's blink ability transport him farther than usual. That's not so bad. Except the roll. It's not terrible if you ever want to be on the defensive or offensive with Wolfred, which is unlikely, but it's fine. You and Bertrude spend much of the day searching through the dry flats of Licksand until at last, yonder lies an object of some use to us. Rafter fungus. Oh, that's worth a lot. That's a decent price. We go to the cairn. Oh, there's. All right. Well, I think all 12 should be active, so we'll see how this goes. Stop the wagon now. Black wagon has started to a stop en route to the cairn of Haub. There's some commotion as Wolfred motions for everyone to be still.
There, ahead. Seems we have a visitor.
He points into the distance. However, when you scan the horizon, everything is still. You see no sign of whomever Wolfred referred to. Still, he indicates caution.
I am certain that I saw someone directly in the road.
A tense moment passes, then another. Then Wolfred tenses up.
There he is.
Look there. You look toward where he signals, and then at last you see the cause of his concern. There's no mistaking who it is. Hello. Orlek stands there, near motionless, atop some forgotten rock jutting from the stark Badlands, a fair distance away. He stands directly on the path of your black wagon. Yet he shows no signs of acknowledging the wagon's presence. He appears only to be waiting for something, likely for you. Wolfred gets your attention, quietly.
Well, my girl, I'm open to suggestions here. Orlek likely hasn't come to pay a social visit.
Orlek stands in your path. What shall you do? You have a right to get to Orlek may wish to stand in the way, but can he be made to move? Turn back. Confrontation outside the bounds of the rights is forbidden. Orlek ought to be avoided. Hail him. Orlek may be here to talk. If you reach out to him, perhaps you can communicate in peace. I don't know. I don't know. Not turn back. My thought is hail him. Even though it's unlikely that he'll actually want to communicate for peaceful talks. Seems to be not his way anymore. Though it was his way in the past. Maybe we can... Let's have a chat. There has to be a way to reason with Orlek and bridge differences between him and his former triumvirate. Perhaps he has come to negotiate.
I'm uncertain Orlek is willing to be reasoned at this point.
After everything he has been through,
I am hopeful you are right.
You give the signal for the drive imps to start the wagon and head toward him. Just as you reach the point where Orlek once stood, he has vanished. Surveying our strength, perhaps. His motives are plain, but his intentions unclear. Indeed, Orlek is nowhere to be found. The unnerving encounter causes everyone to fall silent for the remainder of the trip. Thought we were going to get any form of information, instead we get nothing. The wagon finally arrives at the cairn of Haub. There's no sign of Orlek, or your next adversaries for that matter. Your companions organize a quick search about the premises, leaving you to watch the wagon until the rites commencement. Guys, can't help but wondering whatever happened to that number with the wings. You know the one. I guess she's kind of pretty. Maybe, I suppose. She's still around by any chance? Because, But, well, anyways. Wow. Bold. Bold there, Ron. While the bear's triumvirate is banished, adversaries are slowed and cannot use abilities. That is exactly what Wolfrit's final level up is going to get him. There it is, power. Gosh dang, I need to stop hacking yawning. That is gone. So we have use of that. Use of that. No use of that. This is literally for selling. What if anything? Plus one hope permanently would not be bad. Presence, hope. Doesn't your power's restored. 5 to 5. It's not terrible. Banished by the bear, take longer to return. Playing the orb, deals bonus damage. Dang it, why am I yawning so hard? I'm not even like tired. After bear banishes an adversary by aura casting or burst maker. I don't know. I mean, at this point, I'm not gonna be trying to get money that much, so I can just sell these. I don't really have any intention to grind for money at this point. We got the pair. Once for Pyre's extinguished, we can keep just in case because it's a very good defensive option. Bear returns and burst that draws in adversaries. I think I'm fine with everything here. Let's just save money and do permanent upgrades. Okay. Who should get the hope? Maybe Bertrude? Bertrude's probably going to be around for a while. She's not in my immediate consideration for who's going to be getting freed next. So yeah. Let's give it to Bertrude. Okay. So thanks for stopping by, guys. Something is wrong. Someone is here, alone with you. Xylobones? Would that we all could become musical instruments ere our bones turn to dust. Keep sick. Having fun over there, Orlek? Enjoying this? Hi. Seems to have something on his mind. Uh-huh. Orlek seems to be examining various objects in the wagon. Whether he has noticed you, cannot tell. What he is doing and how he got in unnoticed, you cannot imagine. Watch him go about whatever he's doing, examining all sorts of things that you and your fellow exiles gather on your journey. He shakes his head. All of these trinkets, this way, it's most different now. Welcoming, and yet I am unwelcome here, it seems. In my own wagon. He directs his gaze at you, acknowledging your presence for the first time. You, the mere shadow. Tell me something. Who are you to them? Orlek wishes to know your connection to the Nightwings. Say they're a reader. You may as well know the truth of it, since no reason to mislead him. Your relationship to this band has grown to become more than just your role in the rites. It's fair. You say you're no one, or what you are is of little consequence, certainly not to the likes of him. I say nothing. Whatever he seems to be driving at, you cannot think of a compelling reason to comply. He's probably not going to like it if I call him my friends. just gonna put that out there, considering the events that happened to him. Saying no one with who or what you are is of little consequence, certainly not the likes of him. I think I'm just gonna be authentic. Just that I'm the reader. Well, whether you like. I'm the reader. Speak from the heart. You tell him that you roll among the. Well, I already liberated the ones that I would immediately call friends, even though I still have. Well, Gilman, Faye, Fizo, I would call them friends. Wolford is still in the air. And Bertrude's just kind of here. Bertrude's just kind of here. Tell them that your role among the Nightwings is as their reader. You have traveled alongside them for some time and bear the book together with the others. You are a fool then, reader. You let them use you willingly. Relay to them a message for Shadow. Tell them I shall have my night. He strides right past you toward the door. Then he turns to you once more. I shall have my night. Then Orlak is gone. This does not bode well. Cairn of Hope. Ironic that the shattered remains of the Bone Titan, Shaq's 6 shoulders, God, I can't speak that, which once stood vigilant over the archway into flagging hands, remain now as forbidding as when that horde monster still possessed unnatural life. After a little Haub dispatched the Bone Titan in a feat of ingenuity, Shaq's pieces fell onto the valley floor, forming a set of standing stones which Haub marked. Quote unquote. Further, traces of the Titan's glacial blood coagulated into the perfect frozen drops, which still shimmer in the darkness. 6 shoulders seems to start reanimating when the stars above him dance a certain way. Paint the sigil then, and shine the light. I don't like it. Several of your companions return as you exit the wagon. You explain what happened. However, none of them saw Orlak. I believe you, my girl. Orlak, he is unwell. It is good you did not come to harm. Now, let's make sure the same can be said of the wagon. You and the others conduct an exhaustive search in and around the black wagon for any signs of objects missing or tampered with, as well as signs of damage or foul play. The search yields nothing. No one finds any sign that anything was moved or tampered with. Even the Dryvim seem calm. The incidents leave you questioning your own recollection of what happened. Try to clear your mind, for the rite is soon to commence. We go. As the sky above the cairn of Haub darkens, your companions watch in silence and await the commencement of the rites. Sir Gilman speaks up after a time. Thus do the stars begin to shine again in all their glory. Now everything is ready. The stars begin to shine once more, precisely as foretold. All 12 are here. If your adversaries grasp the orb, their oars just slowly shrink rather than vanish. That's... well, there's gonna be one.
Astralborn, the tattered mantle, unfathomed plurness, Shaq's 6 shoulders, Lord Gandroth, Biolanthius, Archbeast Sungris, Time Singer Han, Endriga the Widow, Sylvius Horse-Headed, Limbless Erzek, Dolnis the Locket.
It's a trophy to win one match with all of them active. We'll see how this goes. I might end up just bringing in Tizo. Because Tizo's like my ringer. This is not going to be easy.
All of the Titan stars, sheer madness.
This is going to end poorly.
The infamous reader returns. along with her remaining
Also, I don't have
retinue
all of my best
miscreants.
characters at the moment.
You managed recently to rid yourself of yet another one. Your adversaries, the accusers. As with you, they must be very desperate for their freedom. They shall not make it any easier from here.
So much. You. We're ready for you, Nightwings. Come, accusers. Let's crush them and be done here quickly. I forgot the voice I gave them. They have so much.
Choose quickly your
They're-
triumvirate.
They also changed up their stuff. Tizo has to be our
Tizo.
ringer up front. Gilman and Wolfred are our backups. Blink transporting 50% further. Bear returns in a burst. Do that.
Wolfred.
Gilman is our next one. Jumping further is gonna help. Honestly, a lot. Being able to yeet ourselves into the pyre.
Sir Gilman.
For the glory of the Nightwings! Come then, Nightwings. We are prepared for you.
Commence. Glorious.
Got nothing on
Glory
Tizo.
to the Nightwings first of all.
Now here comes the problem. Yeet!
Verily.
Get in there, Gilman. He's a fling it into their pyre. Oh, that lingered.
Poor thing.
No!
A decisive blow.
Oh my god, they did 41. Oh no. So I'll soon find out what we have. Much, much more where that came from. This is gonna be a problem. Hup, 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 hup.
How utterly brazen.
This is honestly just gonna have to be a defensive. No! Oh!
Douse the adversary's fire. Now go.
No! Tizo, don't go down. No! No! Oh, what?
And it is done. The accusers prevail. Better then than traitors such as you. The right is complete.
Fuck. It doesn't help when they win in 2. Okay, playing with all the Titan stars is hard. Yay. Ay. I'm assuming that if we lose, we still get 1% towards our goal, which means we are now at 69% with the plan. I would like that, but you low-life Nightwings, may you savor every taste of the bitter defeat that we prepared for you this eve. Know that this was only the beginning. For I trust we shall soon meet atop Mount Alodiel, then may I be rid of you at last, and rid of this damned place besides. Tizo has nothing kind to screech when it comes to your adversary. Pay no heed to Lendel's empty threats. Should we face him in the liberation rite, his anger will impair his judgment.
Bask now in the wisdom of the scribes.
Crap. That didn't go well. I should have had... For whatever reason, I thought that I had Volfred's passive ability where the pyre remains lit after Volfred goes down. I was wrong. But that's what I thought was the case.
Now take
that's-
your sordid business someplace else.
I'll probably like try, if we have another round of rights after this one, then I'll probably try another 4-star or all Titan one each cycle of rights. Because I can't do it often. Back at the Black Wagon, you find the lone minstrel examining your fellow exiles after they failed to prevail over the accusers rather thoroughly. Heck you, I got in there a few times. It's not my fault they win in 2 rounds. It's plain to you that none of them look well. The lone minstrel notices you there and turns to you. Peter, faster turning of the cycle of the rites has put a strain on everyone. It is your fault, I know. We have multiple cases of banishment sickness this time. It is unfortunate that your other companions are available to conduct the coming rite, as I fear that this group here requires rest. You bid Tizo swift recovery, and he nods weakly in response. You exchange a look with Sir Gilman, who seems exhausted after the last rite. As for Volfred, it is clear that he wishes to be left alone. I don't have 6 people, or I don't have 3 people to fight. That might be a problem. You leave the lone minstrel to look after them, and turn your attention towards the stars that remain shining in the dark outside. Okay, so Volfred didn't get banishment sickness. Stars yet shine for you, revealing various paths forward. Gaze into the darkness of the night. Seek now your destination. I'm assuming they're all basically all active again. No, just 3. And Manly. The withdrawn. Them. Dissidents are who we're going to be fighting. Probably just, let's just knock Manly down a peg. Manly's a jerk. Stars reveal to you a path toward the pit of Melith, where the rites shall soon continue. Till morning, your travels shall continue. For now, everyone's rest. Indeed they do, because I hacked up. Volfred should not have this. Volfred should have this. Just for the future. Also. Nice. Continue your journey. We're actually going to be in a bit of a rough spot now. So just best rather than time with vocations, which is what I want. I need to power up Gilman extra. If I want Gilman to go into to be free next, or Volfred, then I need to get Gilman XP. Suggest this may be the fast road leaving you time for vacations. Vacations it is. We passed the time. A foreboding feeling stuck with you since your arrival in the darkest corners of Fallowfield. Some of it spreads to others in the group. South route through the flagging hands crosses diseased and wilted plains. Last time any crops grew in Fallowfield, they killed everyone and everything. Tomorrow is another day, but for the time, we'll have to write this out. I don't think I feel good about this place, at least today I don't. You decide to focus on pursuing your vacations until the Black Wagon is ready to move. Anybody got anything to say? Nope. those things out of there. Yoink. Okay, we need to mentor. So 2360 left. 3360. So actually we're kind of sitting in a good spot, all things considered. But yeah, let's tip the scales to Gilman. This knight is always keen to take even the bare scraps of wisdom, Master Rita. Ask Sir Gilman to explain to you in his own words the histories of the 8 scribes, and speak to how their varied backgrounds form the basis, not just of the rites, but of the Commonwealth. Excellent. This knight loves the Under King Ores the best of all, of course. We proceed. Things are progressing very quickly now.
You
Uh-oh.
are nothing, reader.
That's rude.
Nothing but a mindless simpleton.
Why did you say that?
Your every action is a stain upon the legacy of the 8 scribes.
Yeah-huh.
The rites have been a long-held secret to keep out those such as you.
Now you're just being a jerk. You wake from what little sleep you managed this past night. Once more, the voice tormented you within your dreams. You attempt to rid your memory. The voice truly is that of the Archjustice Edrobellus IX himself. As Volfred indicated, that none of you are likely to receive too warm a welcome should you regain your freedom. One of the downsides, less your mind bugs. Say hi to Manly. The dangest man. Oh, why did we stop here? Oh, a messenger. Somehow tracks you down in the poisoned lands of flagging hands and delivers to you recent news and rumors from the other side. Specifically, the imp shares details regarding Pamitha and what became of her since she was liberated at the fall of Solium. She found herself back in the homeland of her enemies, where despite her connection to the Highwing remnants, her past transgressions were forgiven. In fact, she was asked to join the military council, given her unique background, yet she refused to cooperate, and instead demanded to be reunited with her sister Pamitha. Damn it! Not what I wanted to do. But when they threatened her with a resentencing to exile and insisted that she take the opportunity, Pamitha said at last that she would think it over and return with a decision soon. Next she was seen, however, was among Volfred's son and daughters of the Revolution, where it said that she is attached to her loyalty, at least for the time. Thank the imp for bringing you this news, which soon gets your companions talking. I suspect the ancient enmity between the winged and the flightless shall not be soon resolved, if ever at all. Damn it, I tried. I hold to hope that both the Thane sisters one day shall join together as part of our good cause. The two of them can help lead us toward a brighter future. Uncle wishes for Pamitha to find her way and her sister in the coming. I wonder where her sister is right now. I'm sure she cares for Pamitha, I'm sure of it. Never once before had this knight felt even a thing for our most bitter enemies, and yet, having known Pamitha proved eye-opening indeed for this knight. In spite of some mixed feelings, the news of Pamitha's liberation fills you and your fellow exiles with resolve. That's one hope. Interesting. What's up, Ron? Oh, hey, it's you guys. Just thinking, hey, I haven't seen those guys in a little while. I wonder how they're doing, and if they need maybe purchasing. Maybe. Quickness increase, you say? I will gladly take that. Nope, don't sell that. Permanent quickness is nice, though. I actually wasn't a fan of this. Didn't really do as I anticipated. The option. It's fine. Who should get some quickness? And Bertrude? Gilman's gonna be the next one to go. Bertrude's gonna have to be able to do some stuff on her own. Because I know Faye can already do a lot, so she'll be fine once we start using her again. Pleasure doing business with you guys. So the Sandra's up to nothing. Downside talismans. Survival often is conflated with the physical. When we think of survival, we assume the need to sustain our bodies and improve our body, or improve our bodies. The strong survive. But, and take it from an alpha chief, there are different kinds of strength. The spirit is what drives us. By comparison, the body's impulses are weak. Here in the downside, faith is found in limited supply. Trinkets and mere baubles that would barely fetch a price in our homeland here are talismans. Seek talismans that mean something to you. Hold on to one that you hold dear. It shall reward you with reminders of your faith, your power, and your potential. Okay, we go. To beat up manly. The night grows dark over the pit of Melee, and you and your companions stand prepared at the appointed place, at the appointed time. Bertrude and your fellow exiles exchange expectant looks, some with each other, some with you. Though, everyone is rather quiet now in one another's company. You sense a vague concern in Faye, perhaps at having to confront the chest. As for Sir Gilman, he seems very much at peace, awaiting for the stars to signal the commencement of the rite. He does not have to wait for very long. Instinctively, you clutch the Book of Rites as the stars above take hold of everyone's attention. At this point, we don't need XP, so I just wanted to do it for the challenge. And clear up the stars. We're gonna have to try it one more time. to try and do that. The all Titan stars.
Rita, I am still very cross with you, you know.
You've made this well clear to me.
I saw in you a worthy heir.
I can't
Not
be
just
set
to the
free.
legacy of the Night Wings, but to the future of the Commonwealth.
I can't even be set
That
free
traitor
at the
Wolfred.
moment.
Only a fool would be seduced by his audacious promises and his dangerous ideas. That, dear reader, would make you a fool. I have no choice but to explain it thus, so even you could understand.
You didn't explain a
Now for
whole
this
lot.
blasted right. Some of us still have our duties to uphold.
Oh, but look at this. You think that you could simply cut us down like that, like last time, is that it? I'll have you know that we've some new tricks up our sleeves this time. Your adversaries are prepared, Raider. Who shall conduct the rites on your behalf? Only the 3 people that can move.
Go on, then.
Fuck these guys. Yeah, it'll be interesting.
Wolfred.
Hey.
Faye.
Shiro-sama?
And Bertrude. Though Bertrude should probably use a different. Well, let's have Bertrude have penetrating shots.
Bertrude.
Wait, the ancient rites commencement. Are you quite ready then, Well then, let us get this little ceremony started.
Begin.
Nope. Where do you think you're going? Oh, that was a good deflection.
A rude predicament for the chastity.
Oh, I got bunched off the edge. Oh, that didn't work as planned. Well. In there.
Wings are the first to strike.
Have Faye banished 3 of her adversaries? No! Dang it, not fast
From your
enough.
clutches. Twas a crushing blow against their pyre.
Wilfred Sandalwood? Why is it really you, my dear friend? You must be mistaken for someone else, man. However do you mean? I recognize that upright posture of yours from anywhere. I knew it had to be you. Oh, what a surprise indeed.
No, it's me. But you're no friend of mine. Did I mention I don't like Mandy? He's a prick. No more than I am yours. So cut your nonsense for a change and face me like a proper sap.
To have such spark left in those old limbs of yours. Well, if you want me to be rude, then fine. Let's have it your way, sir.
That manly Tinderstaff has such a mind for politics. Would that he focused on the rights?
Hi. No. Oh.
That one almost got through.
Oh, dang it. No.
The orb.
Oh, dang it. Get in their face.
They douse the flame.
Come on.
Now end the ceremony.
I'd like the orb, please. I'd like the orb, please. Thanks.
Simply monstrous.
No! Oh, you spawned too fast. Oh.
Tough luck.
Uh-oh.
Wings.
Well, forget it.
It goes within the order.
No.
The orb.
Oh, gosh dang it. No, gosh dang it. Come on. Can't get a word in edgewise.
Good.
Yeet.
It is done. The ninth
Bertrude's got some
phase
power.
prevails. They vastly outperformed their adversaries.
Only beat them,
The right is ended.
only skunked them.
Why, you, how dare you dare defer my rightful freedom? You obstruct pure progress, true progress by defeating us.
Heck you
There
too,
is
man.
much to learn from this experience.
Uh-oh, that actually might have been very bad. I'm not sure Gilman's gonna be first.
I knew someday that
I might have to make a really
Wilfred would see
awful
the
decision.
light.
Long did I bide my time in anticipation that one day the Night Wings would reform under a common cause. To be proud of it myself, it nourishes the spirit.
This is what I want. While Volfred and his allies are banished, adversaries are slowed and cannot use their abilities.
Until the next right, if there even is to be another one.
And we shall see if there will be. I think I have enough in me to get through this last liberation, and then we'll call it. Or this liberation. I don't think it'll be the last. Ugh. There proves little time for rest at the Black Wagon after your fellow exiles bested the Chastity in a decisive victory. Those afflicted with banishment sickness seem to be doing better, at least, and express gratitude to Volfred, Faye, and Bertrude for their efforts. Just then, the lone minstrel appears before you. No words escape his lips. You can guess full well what he has come to indicate to you and follow him back out into the darkness. The stars above seem to be few and fading, yet one still shines defiant. The path to freedom reveals itself once more. Seek it out. Solium. You mayhaps should have. It's very late.
The dissidents.
Popo time. You noticed that lone minstrel made a dinner at 2 a.m. Jeez. That lone minstrel standing there with you regarding the night sky. The Gate Guardian and I, we have paid witness to the liberation rites upon the fall of Solium for a long time. We have seen so much. And so, I am a bit taken aback, is all, to see something which I have never seen. We look upon the stars together for a while, then I wish for you good fortune and the wisdom of the scribes on your ascent. The lone minstrel leaves you there alone under the night. It has grown very late, and you need to rest. The black wagon shall have to take flight again from morning. There's almost no room for talk anymore. There's basically no room for talk anymore. We continue. Not high enough yet. Oh! I thought I ran into something and I was just like, oh, there actually are things you can run into. Something appears different now about the sacred mountain west of here. The lands near Emperor's Ascent and Emperor's Fall appear ashen. On the other hand, the once precarious regions below, which you know as the Temple High Road and Temple Cistern, seem swept clean by the elements. The only likable man. Alex Louis Armstrong. Wolford observes all this alongside you. Link title is good to go. Look at these godly muscles. Alright, K-Man. Take care. Thanks so much for hanging out and for the raid. Appreciate it. Have yourself a good. Love you. There we go. It is as though the entire downside now is well aware that soon the cycle of rights shall cease to turn. The weather lately has been very much unusual, to say the least. Ending slightly early like you've been lately, or are you continuing for a while? I'm gonna go to the next liberation. And then we'll call it quits after that. As I'm working from home now, but I still need to get appropriate levels of sleep. Still working, so. In this case, however, it appears to have afforded us a bit of a shortcut. We should be able to make landing closer to Scribe's Gate now. Just as well. I think all of us are feeling rather more on edge these days. A swifter journey to the summit means that we can all conserve our strength for the coming trial. Wolford shall gain favor. Faye shall gain favor. I don't want to use Faye if I don't have to. This point I could probably just wait till you're done. Okay, that's fair. You arrive once more among the sublime grandeur of Mount Elodium. It appears that Barker and the dissidents have already arrived on the other. Again, nothing new. It feels very much, if this is not the final cycle, that the next one will be. With some time to spare after having landed, you joined Wolford on a brief expedition to the monument. The book says almost nothing of the present circumstances. Wish that I had clearer guidance as to how we should proceed, most scribes. Although, perhaps this is the nature of the path. It isn't to be read and understood. It is to be embraced with all one's heart and mind. What other choice is there? You return to the wagon once he has finished paying his respects. You have occasion once more to pursue your vocations. Wolfred gains +3 glory. This is perfect, though. This actually will guarantee that Gilman will be the one. Because he has 6940. Okay, he would be the one who's next, but this will clinch it. You and Sir Gilman review what observation you have made thus far about the various triumvirates you have confronted on your journey. He has keen insights about some. You may need to start buying Butterfingers for this month. They're having a promotion for Final Fantasy 17. I'm not gonna do that. I just don't care for the small DLC stuffs. Because I'm just like, nah, I'll just play through the game as normal. Because I don't know, I think when I was playing through Final Fantasy 15, I don't know whatever thing I purchased of it, but it had some DLC things that came with it, and those DLC weapons or whatever were very broken for the beginning of the game. It's just like, cool. Neat. One of the few candy bars I tend to enjoy. Is why I attempt. That's also fair. You can just have it as an extra excuse to just munch on some candies you like. Thankful is the night that our adversaries, for the most part, are much braver and less shameful than the Pyre hearts. Them he misses not. Continue our journey. The scribes' gate, then with us. It said the scribes themselves keep watch over you. The word may pass. Ah! Sorry. Accidentally hit the mic there. Whatchamacallit. And I haven't had a whatchamacallit in forever, but I do really remember enjoying it. Again, you stand before the scribes' gate, where the gate guardian regards you all above an archway carved from stone. The exiles from the Nightwings, you must know by now that once the stars no longer shine, the rites shall cease. For now, step forward. Except for you, Tari. You stay right there. Greetings, Celeste. The Nightwings are prepared, and as for me, you shall not blaspheme under the gate again. Do we understand each other, Tari? That's to be the densest candy bar. I honestly forget what one tastes like at this point. It's been so long. Why, Celeste? I apologize for my behavior before. Shall adhere more strictly to my duties. Be sure of it. Now, each of you, come forth. Please state your names and what is it that you seek whilst crossing the scribe's gate. One by one, your companions cross the gate until it is your time to do so. You follow them in turn. The gate guardian regards you all and waves you through toward the summit. The 8 scribes bid the Nightwings welcome. Go forth, glory. Am I free to accompany them, Celeste? Or shall I remain here? She looks at him a while. You are free to accompany them, Tari. As you will, Celeste, until we meet upon the summit then. And so, we liberate yet another. Sup, Ron? Oh, it's you guys. Well, come on in, I guess. You got here right on time, because I was just thinking maybe I could lose a little early here, you know? Close a little early. Business has been real good and everything. It's been a little slow. Spot's a little slow, so I was thinking maybe I should do a sale. What would you say to that? Business has been good, but slow? Uh-huh. Falconon wishes to know your thoughts about potential sale. The good, well-promoted sale might be just the thing to shake things up. It is important for an economic standpoint to not undercut the value of well-crafted goods. Go for it. You suggest to Falconon that a sale might be a good idea to liven things up a bit. Well, I guess maybe that's a way to look at things, and so then I'm gonna think about it. Still not a while, but no promises, okay? So, you buying some here or what? Shooting star. The bear can banish adversaries by flinging the orb into them. Whoa. That's pretty dope. I don't think I'm gonna use it, but that's pretty dope. Quickness for the right. Let's just get this. I forget what I was gonna boost. Oh yeah, I was gonna boost up the damaging one. Might need to purchase one of these if I decide to do the all 12 again. Okay. Let's finish updating this. Plus 8. And just boost that just in case we ever decide to do a bit more extra quickness. Okay. I don't think Wolford will even be high enough. No, I don't think Wolford will even be high enough that he can be freed. Next. That's all right, I guess, for now. All right. You guys have a good day out there. Let's check. So I hope it's not the final, so... Because I do end up kind of wanting to free Wolfred, because he's kind of the main thing with the plan. I would assume he would have told us if it was the last rite, though. We'll see. That's the liberation rite. Once more, the time has come for the liberation rite, where one among you can go free if you prevail. Freedom is likewise at stake for your adversaries, the dissidents. As your companions gather under the fall, awaiting the commencement of this vital rite, the lone minstrel finds you and regards you in his calm fashion. You will know for sure when it's the last rite. Night has fallen. These moments prior to each commencement, I must admit, they give me pause, knowing so much is at stake during the trial that is to come. Tell me something, would you, reader, to ease the waiting for us both. I have traveled far and wide, even beyond these lands. However, the Commonwealth I know only through word and song. I sometimes think of what life would be like out here. If you were not ensnared within this place, and free to roam your country, what would you have done with all your days and years, rather than striving here under the stars? What would you have done with yourself in the Commonwealth? You would have tended the land. Simple life on the farm may have been your calling. Amidst the earth where you came from. Would have sailed the seas, the waters past the borders of the Commonwealth. Therein lies a freedom you should have sought. Would have retired to the outskirts. Might have gone where it is quieter and peaceful, and enjoyed the stillness for a while. Or you may have fought for freedom. You yet feel an obligation to correct the Commonwealth toward a better course. I was gonna say either breed or, fight for the cause. So, freedom. Perhaps it was inevitable that you were to be cast into exile. You cannot abide the state of things within the Commonwealth. There is so much needing to be changed there. It seems then that you would face a greater challenge there than even here. Your Commonwealth sounds to be a country rather set upon its ways. Of course, that is the nature and ambition of the plan of which you are a part. May your actions here help bring about the future you desire on the other side. 72%. Nearing a respectable spend. Just then, the lone minstrel looks forth, and you see that it is time. The stars above, though faint, begin to burn. And we care not for these difficult disputes, for we intend to set Gilman free. That's the current state of plan. Is Gilman and then Wolfred to be freed.
The stars that yet remain aflame align once more over the sacred fall of Solium. 'Twas here that the 8 scribes ordained the glorious tradition in which you now participate. The glorious tradition which you and that instigator Wolfred seek to undermine.
Don't worry about
It is
it, boys.
my sincerest hope your adversaries in this liberation rite achieve instead what they desire. May the dissidents soon douse those flames of yours. Let us get on with the proceedings then.
The pyre is burned, and each of the triumvirants is present and prepared. I concur. Pyre is burned, and each of the triumvirants is present and prepared. Then, anointed one of the dissidents, come forth now and declare yourself, and pay any respects you have unto your adversaries, the Nightwings. Oh, the accent I can't do. Barker bursts out from some hidden corner, laughing as he paws at his mask. A real pleasure to be here, mates, truly. Barker Ashpaws. Call me Barker, though. All right? Bye-bye. The real piss are getting here, you know. I can't do this accent. Begging your pardon, Barker Ashpaws, you thusly speak upon the summit of the sacred mountain. Don't mind. Terribly sorry to offend you there, lassie. I forgot we got the stars up there to make me watch my language. Now let's get one thing straight, lassie. I don't give a bot for your sacred mount. So you take it and shove it. Me and my pack, we're just here for laughs. You got that? I can't do this accent. The other side ain't any better than this one. We ain't interested in your freedom. Just the same, we're gonna get it. Take it from those wee little babes they're so antsy for. Hear that, you night wings? Better put up a good fight here, or I ain't gonna be happy, understand? And he shoves his mask back. Right. Come on then. Let's hurry up and get this damn thing started. It's the one where I'm just like, I'm trying to keep a consistent voice for everyone, and just like in the midst of even just a single sentence, I feel what I'm trying to get across crumble. Nightwings, on whose behalf shall you conduct this liberation rite? Choose quickly. May you heed your heart in making your choice, reader. I trust you are prepared to play with the hymns with me, Tari. Always, Celeste.
Whom do you endeavor to return?
And shall be free. It is the great and glorious Gilbert.
Sir Gilman.
Gilman. God, I always say Gilbert, probably because I watched the new Unravel today. Has this knight at last regained his honor? No, let us now find out.
Who
That
shall
was a
be
weird-
at his
that was-
side?
Wolfred needs to get boosted.
Volfred.
Prepare yourself, Sir Gilman, for on this night the Nightwing shall prevail in your name and set you free.
I kind of want to get Fada rank 5. Probably should. 'Cause Tizo's already peaked out. Tizo's already so powerful. So yeah, let's just use Faye. Bertrude's not. Bertrude, I doubt I'm gonna give her freedom. It's gonna be Volfred next, right, for sure. So yeah. Come on, Faye.
Faye.
Me? Of course, I'll do my best. This is important.
It is done.
All right then, mates. No more waiting, no more holding back. Let's rip them to shreds. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Commence.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, that was interesting. Hup. Get in there, Gilman. Where do you think you're going? Oh no! Oh no! Okay, well. Where are you gonna go, huh? Where are you gonna go, you punk? You don't got nowhere to go. No, I didn't want to do that. What? Oh, gosh dang it, really? Oh, that's right. Get in there, Faye. What the? Oh. I never picked up the ball. That's neat. Get hecked. Oh no! No, I didn't do that on purpose. Oh no! They power cast. There we go. Get juked! Get juked! Hold on. Hold on. Let me regain stamina. No. No. What? No. All right, mates. Someone's gone right fun with that orb, as I can tell. Better laugh it up while we still can, aye? Indeed, something strange seems to have happened with the celestial orb. It shudders now, as though possessed of the same chaotic power as your adversaries. What does this portend? Ow! Well, that's not great. What the? They're... Oh! Get in there, Gilman! Vamos. Where do you think you're going? Oh, where did that ball land? Oh, dang it. Can't escape these defenses. Grab the ball. And it is done.
There it is. At last. The Nightwings proved their worth. Their adversaries they defeated utterly.
That I did.
Thus ends the liberation rite. And thus the scribes have chosen the exile appointed by the Nightwings shall be free.
You didn't have to say that.
Absolved of all misdeeds. Return to glory in the Commonwealth. His adversary and all others shall remain to carry out their rightful sentences.
What a joke. I was thinking we're gonna make him cry after all this. Come on, mates. I've already had it with this stuck-up place. Let's get out of here, alright? Sir Gilman. Sir Gilman stares at nothing in particular, since he's still taking in what has transpired, what it means for him. He's a once proud knight of the Sea Dominion on a self-made quest to regain his honor, his regained his freedom. So then, this knight, he's to be free? He's to be free? Nay, but that would mean, why? That would mean his honor is restored. One cannot go back into our commonwealth by any other means. This knight's exile was self-wrought, his disgrace profound. He has been atoned under the eye of the Underking and those of all his noble comrades. He begins to grow very emotional, and then, this knight loves you all. Loves you all, that you would strive for him. Let him join your noble quest. This knight does not feel as though he is deserving of this outcome, yet the results appear inarguable. Even now, this knight is drawn into this shimmer pool. Our time grows brief. Therefore, know this, beloved friends. This knight shall ever strive on your behalf. There in the Commonwealth. Though his honor may have been restored, his true journey only now begins. And so, good friends of the Nightwings, this knight must now bid you farewell. However, the bonds we formed together shan't be broken by mere distance. Nay, strive on, good friends. Strive on! You can still hear Sir Gil as he vanishes into the shimmer pool. If this lowly knight could have achieved such glory, surely you can you all. For now, farewell, farewell. Sir Gil earned back his freedom. May he return in glory.
Godspeed, Sir Gilman. Perhaps the scribes are watching even now. Watching as their glorious tradition draws to a close.
Jeez. They nearly boosted all the way up to max rank.
Now take your execrable companions someplace else.
Fine, jeez. Gosh. Voice is so harsh. That's some lovely noise to be greeted. You prevailed in the liberation against the dissidents. Already does the Black Wagon feel quieter than usual without Sir Gilman, who returned to the Commonwealth. You overhear some of your companions reflecting on this. It never grows easier having to say farewell to one of our own. Scribes will see his safe return. Wonder who, if anyone among you, shall be the next to go. Our plan approaches a key turning point. Let us ensure it soon comes to fruition, not only for ourselves here, but for our companions and our loved ones in the common. 78%. But we have little time now for reflection into this. Look yonder, reader. Stars demand we go already. Let us help them usher in the end of all of this. You turn your attention to the glimmer of the stars. Their current rate of disappearance suggests another liberation yet. Right, shall be coming very soon. The remaining stars still shine for you. Find your way among them. So at the very least, there's one more right. Whether there'll be enough for two is questionable. Wilfred still is not stating that we're done. So, accusers, chastity, Pyre hearts. Pyre hearts I could probably handle. We'll see who we should face. Not really sure who we should face if we attempted to do another 4-star one, or all Titan style. Alrighty, Lumbers, take care. Thanks for hanging out and having other. We haven't fought them in a while. Could do Otis. Fight against Dalbert again. Maybe that's probably, yeah. Maybe we go for Dalbert to try and beat with all stars. We can try for that. They were recently our combatants in the rights, so I think we might be able to beat them in all 12 Titan stars. Now the stars bid you to return to the Hulk of Horus, or you shall stand against the fate once again. Your adversary, Delbert Oldhart, likely knows the cycle of the rites is drawing to a close. His last remaining chance to earn the favor of the scribes and regain his freedom likely hinges on the outcome of this next rite. The cycle of the rites is soon to end. The exiles of the downside striving to be free, your adversaries, your companions, even yourself, are running out of time. Can you afford another set of sickness? Probably not. We'll still be in the final right because the final right is always against the Nightwings. It's just that we're gonna probably lose some percentage to the plan. Well, we'll see. On history, this book cannot accompany you if you should earn your freedom. It is to remain here for your successors, for it is bound together inextricably with us. There is no sorcery, however, to prohibit you from spreading forth its teachings. We charge you to go forth and share what you have learned along your path. Reveal not the rites themselves, nor the existence of this book. Transcend its bounded limitations, for it cannot be transcribed. Any such attempts shall fail. Beware of those who would dare to read it on the other side. Under their guise of seeking wisdom, may yet lurk a much darker desire to undo that which we strive to do. What is it you precisely strive to do? Because the Commonwealth kind of is not a great place. Hi, Bertrude. Following the successful outcome of the Liberation Rite, you find Bertrude muttering something to herself. You hear some of the words as you approach. Shouldst thou seekest darkness, then may nightfall come to thee in time. Shouldst thou seekest courage, then may bravery soon bloom within thy heart. Shouldst thou seekest water, then may the oceans open up wide for thee. Shouldst thou seekest fortune, then You recognize it as the Bog Benediction, though you have never heard it said. More reason to tell people about the game and not to pirate. Love. I guess. An old blessing of goodwill from the southern bogs, never uttered there in modern times. The bog dwellers bade their more adventurous brethren to go forth and seek the other peoples of the land. And Bertrand sees you there and cuts short the chant. Gather to explain thyself, reading one. We were amidst an invocation which must now begin anew. It's for the Worm Knight, if thou needst to know, to speed him on his way homeward journey. The Worm Knights are a distant kin. Unlike their ilk, ours have been passing interest in the sea. There, within the depths, we have long seen that which is to be seen. Nevertheless, the distant kin is kin. That foolish Worm Knight. Surely he could never have survived his years if not for divine aid. Thus we provide him more. And perhaps the Worm Knight, easily underestimated as he is, perhaps he shall turn out to be of some small benefit as part of Sandalwood's designs. She glares at you intently for a moment. Mistake thee not these actions for affection, nor for longing of the loudness of this place to escalate ever again to volumes such as only his incessant shouting can achieve. Now leave us reading on. The invocation must be finished ere the Worm Knight finally arrive upon the shores beyond this land before his homecoming. She turns away from you and then begins her chant again. Shouldst thou seek his shelter, then may the elements be merciful to thee. Shouldst thou seek his kinship, then may thy kin hold memory of thee. Shouldst thou seek his darkness. You leave her to the benediction. The Worm Knight's absence is already felt. You know, however, that he will strive with all his might on your behalf there, on the other side. And only 4 remaining. At most, we can have 2 more people free. And that's it. That's our hard limit as of right now. I think it all the more likely that only 1, but we shall see. Until another time, though. Because with that, I need close for Thanks again so much, everyone, for hanging out. I appreciate it. So invested in this. It might be the last stream of Pyre the next stream. If not next stream, then immediately the stream after, for sure. Damn. Ooh, it's live. Go see. This is doing Overwatch. Priya's doing some art. Al's doing some art. Tim's doing some crafting. Mine. Let's go say hi to Tree. I don't think we get to say hi to Tree. You should be able to finish next room. Gotcha. Thank you. But yeah, thanks again so much, everyone, for hanging out. I appreciate it. I will be back on Wednesday, in which, according to Gwen, we'll be finishing up Pyre. And then we can move on to Neo 2, which would be the immediate next game that I for sure want to play. I just want to play it so bad. As well as I really want to finish this. But yeah, I sincerely appreciate everyone hanging out. Let's go say hi to Tria. Give her some love. And yeah, everyone stay safe out there. In whatever sort of precautions you are in with the whole situation. But yeah, try to be there. Oh, whoa. Oh, wait. Definitely want to see the end of this game. As do I. Let's give some love to Tree. And yeah, have yourselves a good night. Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.